Live on a Saturday night, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the second of a three-game weekend series as the Grizzlies take on the Bloomington Bison. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. Utah's looking to end their two-game losing streak tonight as they take on a red-hot Bloomington Bison team who are 6-1-1 over their last 8 games. Utah is 0-2 on the current road trip, losing both games by a 3-1 score. On Wednesday night, it was Cincinnati scoring the first 3 goals of the game. Utah scored a late second period power play goal by Derek Dashke. Cincinnati won 3-1 as nobody scored in the third period on Wednesday night as the Cyclones outshot the Grizzlies 37-16. Bloomington scored the first 3 goals of last night's game. Jake Murray tallied 1 in the first period. Chongmin Lee and Jared Westcott each scored second period goals for the Bloomington Bison. Keaton Mastrodonato added a power play goal with 1 second left in the second period. That made it a 3-1 game. Nobody scored in the third period, despite the fact that the Grizzlies outshot the Bison 15-2. Bloomington ended up winning 3-1. The Bison outshot the Grizzlies 34-29. So tonight, in the second all-time meeting between the Grizzlies and Bison, Utah's looking for a little bit of revenge tonight. Despite the 2-game losing streak, Utah has won 4 of their last 7 games. Bloomington is 6-4-1 over their last 11 contests. Watch out for Utah's power play. They've got 2 goals so far on this road trip, and both of them have come on the power play late in the second period. Derek Dashke on Wednesday night and Keaton Mastrodonato last night. Utah has 4 power play goals in their last 4 games. Keaton Mastrodonato and Neil Shea each have a current 4-game point-scoring streak on the line tonight. We'll see if the Grizzlies can get the job done against the Bloomington Bison. Jake Barczewski's been outstanding over his last 7 starts with a .919 save percentage. Tonight, it's Vinny Duplessis' turn as he gets his first start since December 27th. He will be in net for the Grizzlies, a first-year pro out of Quinnipiac College. He was there last season, where he actually replaced Yannick Peretz, who's the backup goaltender for Bloomington tonight, as Brian Wilson will make his second start in a Bison uniform. Should be a fun one. I'm hanging out in the Grizz Cave just outside the Grizzlies team store, and unfortunately we're not there, so hopefully we'll get a decent video feed to be able to describe the game to the listening audience. When we come back, we'll talk about who's been hot for the Grizzlies as of late, and we'll also talk about the Bloomington Bison, who have been one of the better teams in the Central Division over the last few games. We're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off is in about 15 minutes from now over at Bloomington. It looks like a bit of a late arriving crowd over at Grossinger Motors Arena, a place that has blue seats, and the blue seats certainly stand out over in Illinois. Well, it's been some of the usual suspects for the Grizzlies on this road trip. Derek Dashke scored a power play goal late in the second period on Wednesday night. Dashke is tied for 6th among league defensemen with 25 points this season, 6 goals and 19 assists. Dashke has a point in 18 of 27 games this season. Dashke and Neil Shea each tied for the club lead with 6 multiple-point games. Watch out for Dashke and Utah's power play, as he leads the club with 9 power play points this season. And Dashke has a power play goal in 2 of his last 4 games. Keaton Mastrodonato has been incredible as he's got a point in 12 of 15 games this season and a point in 11 of his last 12 games. Mastrodonato has scored in bunches as he has 5 multiple-point games of the 15 he has played this season. Neil Shea has been outstanding at home. He's got 18 points in 9 home games this season. Over the last 4 games, Shea has 7 points, 1 goal, and 6 assists. Neil Shea has 14 goals and 11 assists in only 17 games this season. Shea led Utah with 8 shots in last night's game. Shea's got a 19.2 shooting percentage this year, and he averages 4.29 shots per game. Watch out for Briley Wood. He's one of the better rookie forwards in the league. He is tied for 9th among league rookies with 26 points, 12 goals, and 14 assists. Wood leads Utah with 4 power play goals on the season. He didn't score last night. Andrew Nilsson didn't score last night either, but Nilsson's been an assist machine. He's been a great distributor for the Grizzlies since joining the club in early December. Nilsson has 15 points, 2 goals, and 13 assists in 17 games for the Grizzlies. Last night, Brian Yoon came back to the Grizzlies lineup. He missed Wednesday's game as he appeared in 2 games with the AHL's Colorado Eagles earlier this week. And Yoon, this season, in 20 games, has 4 goals and 8 assists, and the Grizzlies are 11-7-2 when Yoon plays. Last night was the Grizzlies' debut for 3 different players. Chad Hillebrand, who wore number 44, he was on the top forward line with Keaton Mastrodonato and Neil Shea. Hillebrand was a combined plus 31 in 4 college seasons at Western Michigan University. And watch out for Chad Hillebrand, who appeared in 11 games for the Colorado Eagles earlier this season. Cooper Jones will make his second appearance tonight defensively. Jones was recently acquired in a trade with the Jacksonville Icemen, and Jones had 1 goal in 18 games. And Hunter Warner, who has 193 games of AHL experience under his belt, he made his Grizzlies and league debut last night. He will wear number 40 for the Grizzlies this evening. When we come back, we'll go over the lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Bloomington Bison coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Let's go over the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who have a record of 11-20-3 on the season. They are 4-12-1 away from the friendly confines of Maverick Center. They are led by 4th-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz, and the assistant coach is Christian Horn, who's in his 2nd year in that capacity. Horn also was a player for the Grizzlies during the 2020-21 season. The athletic trainer is Colin Lee, and the equipment manager is Jackson Hibbard. Getting the start in net for the Grizzlies will be Vinny Duplessis. This will be his 10th appearance this season. Vinny's got a record of 2-5-2 with a 5.03 goals against average and .846 save percentage. Duplessis is 6'1" and 175 pounds. It's his first season as a pro. Vinny last season played at Quinnipiac University, where he was outstanding with a record of 21-7-2. Before that, he spent 3 seasons at Boston University. Jake Barczewski is the backup for Duplessis. It's his first start since December 27th, so it's his first start in the 2025 calendar year. The starting defensive pairing is Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke. Yoon has been outstanding for the Grizzlies. He's got 3 multiple-point games in his last 9 contests. Dashke has a point in 18 of 27 games this season. Dashke also has 16 different games of 3 or more shots. So Yoon and Dashke are the starting defensive pairing. We will also see Andrew Nilsson paired up with Hunter Warner. Nilsson goes 6'4" and 218 pounds, and Warner is 6'4" and 223 pounds. The third defensive pairing is going to be Cody Corbett, who's got a goal in 2 of his last 4 games. So far this season, he has 2 goals and 2 assists in 14 games. And he'll be paired up with Cooper Jones, who's making his second appearance in a Grizzlies uniform. This is Jones's 6th different team in this league. Earlier this season, played in 18 games with the Jacksonville Icemen. So that's a 6th defenseman for the Grizzlies tonight. The defensive scratches are Cade Jensen and Dylan Savankov. The starting forwards are the top forward line on Ryan Kanasowicz's lineup card, and that includes Keaton Mastrodonato and Neil Shea, who each have a point in 4 straight games, and Chad Hillebrand, who's making his second appearance for Utah. He was just recently reassigned to the Grizzlies from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. So that's a top forward line for Ryan Kanasowicz and the Grizzlies, and that's the 3 forward starters. The second forward line tonight will include from left to right Reed Lebster, Cole Fonstad, and Briley Wood. Third forward line from left to right is Luke Manning and the captain Mick Messner, as well as Briley Wood. Actually, Cole Gallant's on the second forward line with Lebster and Fonstad. So you got Cole, and Lebster on the second line. It'll be Manning, Messner, and Wood. That's the third forward line for the Grizzlies. Adam Berg's going to be lined up with Cade Nilsson and Craig Armstrong. Armstrong last night didn't appear in a game for the first time this season. Dylan Fitz is a scratch tonight. Fitz played in last night's game. The other forward scratches, including Fitz, tonight include Cameron Buell, Blake Wells, as well as Aaron Aragon, Tyson Upper, and Braden Nicolettes. Grizzlies for the second straight night, we believe, are wearing a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. For the Bloomington Bison, they're a first-year franchise, and they're a 500 club this year with a record of 16, 1, and 2. However, the Bison have played outstanding hockey as of late, as they are 6-1-1 over their last 8 games, and in that stretch, they have outscored opponents 30-15. Bloomington has already used 44 players this season. Eddie Matsushima is their leading scorer. He has 29 points, 14 goals, and 15 assists. Matsushima was one of Tulsa's best forwards over the last couple seasons. Watch out for Carter Berger, who's second among all league rookies with 10 power play points this season. Berger has an assist in 6 of his last 7 home games. The Bison have done a good job protecting leads this season, as they are 10-0 when leading after 1 period and 12-1 when leading after 2 periods. So it's going to be important for the Grizzlies tonight to get off to a fast start. Brian Wilson will get the start in net. This will be his second appearance in a Bison uniform. He was signed by Bloomington on January 7th. The starting defensive pairing includes Jake Murray, who scored a goal last night. Murray is 6'3" and 216 pounds. He has 3 goals and 9 assists in 35 games. And he'll be paired up with big Bryce Montgomery, who is 6'5" and 230 pounds. Starting forwards for the Bison include Brett Budgell, who's got a point in 6 straight games. Actually, he's got a point in 5 straight games. He has 7 points over his last 5 games, 3 goals and 4 assists. On the season, Budgell leads Bloomington with a +10 rating. P.J. Fletcher's also a starter. He's 6'2" and 201 pounds. And Patrick Bykov is also going to be in the starting lineup. He has 3 goals and 7 assists in 32 games. We'll come back and have face-off on the other side. You've been listening to the pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Bloomington Bison in the second of a 3-game series. Last night was the first ever meeting between the clubs, and Bloomington won 3-1 as the Bison scored the first 3 goals of the contest as Jake Murray scored 10:08 into the first period. Bison also got second period goals from Chonmin Lee and Jared Westkoff. Keaton Mastrodonado scored with 1 second left in the second period. Watch out for the shot count. Bloomington had a pretty strong edge in the first 2 periods before the Grizzlies outshot the Bison 15-2. Vinny Duplessis will get the start in net. He played at Quinnipiac University last season where he replaced Bison backup goaltender Yanniv Peretz. Peretz saved 28 of 29 in last night's game. Grizzlies are skating from left to right as we attempt to see the game from Flow Sports. Your mind's eye, see it on YouTube. We asked for a little bit of patience. Unfortunately, these video feeds don't necessarily give us all the details that we need in order to describe a professional hockey game. From left to right, the forwards are Shea, Mastrodonado, and Hillebrand. Yoon and Dashke are the starting defensive pairing. Looks like kind of a late arriving crowd over at Grossinger Motors Arena in Bloomington, Illinois. 20 minutes are put on the scoreboard clock, and the Grizzlies win the draw. We're underway. Yoon will tap it off the near boards at center ice to Shea, who gets spun around as he tried to lunge it towards Mastrodonado. As the Bison skip into the offensive zone right side, Bloomington swaggers towards the right corner. Grizzlies spin it back towards the left wing. As a Bison player gets spun around, puck towards the left corner. 2-on-2 battle. Bison horizontally trying to fire towards the net, and it bounced off the Yoon. As the Bison towards the left corner, as they're in the offensive zone skating from right to left here in the period, Utah took it away. Mastrodonado skates across center ice and like a blur skates off the screen but lost the puck. As the Bison dump it in, as Hillebrand in his 6'4", 201-pound frame spun around a Bison skater as we're 43 seconds in. Still no score. No one's taken a shot yet. Dashke will move it ahead about 20 feet towards his left. And dumping it in is Mastrodonado. Grizzlies make their first line change of the game as Lebster's out there with Fonstad and Gallant. As the Bison will chip it out to neutralize. Puck ricochets off a skate and it goes all the way down. And icing is on Bloomington as we get our first whistle 1 minute and 2 seconds into the game. Well, who's your pick to click? Who's going to be the star for the Grizzlies tonight? Last night, Keaton Mastrodonado was the winner. Who's it going to be tonight? I'm not sure who I'm going to go with. I think it's the night for the captain, Mick Messner, who was selected as team captain on Wednesday, replacing Johnny Fairbrother, who left for a team in Slovakia. That news was made on Elite Prospects earlier today. Fonstad will take the draw. He's got Gallant to his right and Lebster to his left. Utah wins the draw as Andrew Nilsson walks in, left point. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. As Grizzlies behind the net, they try to kick it out in front towards Lebster. Puck will direct towards the far corner. As the Bison gather the puck, left wing, and they'll spin it ahead. Puck goes towards Duplessis, cut off by Nilsson, who will outlet it to center ice. Pass goes incomplete onto Bloomington. Up ahead, the Bison skate over to the left side. Matsushima, left wing, lefty shot saved by Duplessis as the puck goes towards the left corner. As the Bison get their first shot of the game, centering feed out in front goes wide as it tapped off a stick. As Lebster, Fonstad battle along with another Grizzly. That's Hunter Warner wearing number 40. Hunter trying to yank the puck out of the pile. As the puck goes towards the right corner, Warner delivers a hit. Bloomington hits the side of the net far side. Now Bloomington in the offensive zone gets a high slot. Jake Murray will take a lefty shot and it goes wide as he was looking for a redirection out in front. As the Bison behind Duplessis' net. As Utah delivers a push, Neil Shea in the area. Shea looking for the puck as the Bison player is down over in the right corner. Puck is near him. Now around the net, Utah goes. Grizzlies out to center ice as Gallant loses his bounce as he got knocked over by Case McCarthy, number 7. As Grizzlies will lift it over McCarthy's head. Puck hippity hops towards Bloomington ice. A Grizzlies player got tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty. As the puck lifted towards the Bloomington line and trying to accept the puck was Luke Manning. He gets tripped up. And the Grizzlies will be on the power play for the first time tonight as there's 17:35 left in the first. Still no score. Bison have one shot, and that was Eddie Matsushima. Grizzlies are have yet to fire away on Brian Wilson. Utah's power play this season is 18.3%. The Grizz last night went 1 for 4 on the power play. In the penalty box is number 16, Josh Boyer, one of 12 forwards tonight for Philip Barsky's Bloomington Bison. Puck goes to new tries. Racing after it is Bloomington. As Bison skate down the middle, backhand shot goes wide as they miss the net on Duplessis. Grizzlies skate from left to right as Utah will skate towards the far boards and now skate north-south as Dashke will drop it off. Grizzlies cross center ice. Nil Shea chips it towards his left. Grizzlies have to race after it. Utah over to the left corner. They get bounced. 2-on-2 battle. Bloomington takes the puck. As Utah takes it away over in the left point, Grizzlies keep it in. I think that's Reed Lebster. He skates towards the left corner. Now back towards the left circle. Now up top. Grizzlies play catch over in the left wing. Utah lefty shot. Saved by Wilson. Rebound goes to the right side. Masher Donato. Toe drag shot. Saved by Wilson again. Puck bounces towards the slot, and Bloomington will clear it out. Duplessis will nudge it ahead. Both teams will change up skaters. Utah gets out to new tries. Right wing. Masher Donato steps over the line. Drops it for Gallant. Looking for a centering pass out in front. Shot goes just wide. As the Grizzlies will chip it up top. Brian Hume will move it to his left. Shea feeds the left circle. Puck bounced off a Grizzly. Bloomington tried to clear it out. Shea kept it in. Shea tried to chip it towards the high slot. Puck goes back to center ice. Grizzlies reset at center ice. Now they're backing out into their own zone for Brian Hume, the second-year pro out of Colorado College. About 4 minutes in and 30 seconds left in the power play. Still no score. You can try to get it towards Briley Wood, and it's tapped away by Bloomington. Now right side. Hillebrand shot saved by Wilson as he had a pretty good look in the left circle. Grizzlies look to center it to Gallant. It goes past him and out to new tries. Grizzlies gather it at new tries. Now they'll move it across towards Jones in the Grizzlies zone. Jones spins around on the right side. Now he'll curl it out to Wood. Briley Wood steps over the offensive line. He'll push it to Fonstad, right point, late in the power play. He throws it towards the middle of the ice, but it goes just to the right circle. Now back to Fonstad. He's in the right wing, skates towards the point. Now over to the left side. One-timer saved by Wilson as the power play's over for the Grizzlies. And the Bison are back at full strength as Josh Boyer's on the ice. Now he'll skate off. Grizzlies back deep in their own zone. They took 3 shots on the power play as there's about 5 minutes into the game. As there's 15-11 and counting left in the first. Still no score. Grizzlies cross center ice and dump it in. Adam Berg chases after it. Cade Nilsson in the area. Puck towards the near side. And it wobbles out to center ice. Matsushima angles one to the right. Pass connects just outside the right circle. Righty shot goes wide. Matsushima over in the left corner. He tried to get it up top towards Carter Berger. And the puck goes wide of the mark. Now high slot. Righty shot. That's blocked about halfway towards the net. Grizzlies will race out to center ice. Craig Armstrong will chip it to his left. Now back towards Armstrong in the give and go. He gets boxed out by a Bison defender. Puck to the left corner. Grizzlies in the offensive zone. They try to get it up top. Pass goes wide of the mark as they were looking for Cody Corbett, who's wearing number 41 tonight. As Berger will move it to his left. Bison over the offensive line. Grizzlies will get it back to center. Corbett angles a diagonal pass towards the left side that misconnects. Bison get it back. 14-18 and counting left in the first. As Bloomington chips towards their right at center ice. Pass goes tape to tape. Bloomington over the line, and Neil Shea is going to get called for tripping as Bloomington was skating towards the right corner. Utah touches it up. 14-10s left in the first, and Bloomington's going to get their first power play of the game as it appeared Neil Shea will get 2 minutes for tripping as he goes to the box. Bloomington's power play this season is 18.8%. Grizzlies' penalty kill is 67.4% on the season. Neil Shea gets 2 minutes. We didn't get to see the referee's signal, although it looked like a trip as a Bison player went down as he was skating towards the right corner in the Grizzly zone. Bloomington will have Josh Boyer, Eddie Matsushima out there with Patrick Bykov. That's 3 of the 5 guys on the ice. Watch out for Matsushima. He's been a dynamic goal scorer in the league over the last couple of years. He leads Bloomington with 14 goals on the season. He's on the left wing. Grizzlies win the draw. Dashke behind Duplessis' net. And he will toss it all the way into the Bloomington zone. Couldn't tell how much air the puck got under it. As the Grizzlies retreat. Bloomington out across center ice. Bloomington over the offensive line. They skate towards the left corner as the Bison chip it up top. Nobody was home at the left point. Skating over there to keep it in is Berger. Now the puck goes out to center ice. Grizzlies. Bloomington will skate back in. Bison over to the right corner. We're 6.5 minutes in, still no score. Bloomington has 1:25 left in the power play. Bykov is over in the left circle. He danced around. Now he gets to the high slot. Now back towards Bykov as he's over in the left circle trying to center it. And a righty shot out in front. It's blocked by Dashke. Grizzlies skate towards the loose puck over in the far boards. 2-on-2 battle. Puck goes to the right point. And Bloomington keeps it in. Now Bykov, he's in the left wing. Centers it out front. It tapped off a Dashke's stick. The puck wobbles towards the right corner. Bloomington dancing around halfway through their power play. Bison over in the right point. They'll skip it across to the left corner looking for Bykov. He gets challenged. A Grizzly player takes it, and Brian Yoon will clear it out. Both teams will reshuffle the deck. 40 seconds are left in the power play. 12:47 and counting left in the first. No score. Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 3-1. Matsushima left side shot saved by Duplessis. Grizzlies toss it towards the right point. Bloomington keeps it in. Big time hit delivered along the far boards. Grizzlies will lunge the puck out to center ice and all the way down deep into the Bloomington zone. Bison run it down. 17 seconds left in the Shea penalty. Skating across center ice is Gavin Gould, the former Allen American. He'll get it towards Westcott on the left side as the Bison trying to get towards the point. Grizzlies will overpower the puck out to center ice. Getting it's Cade Nilsson. He crosses center ice. He will fire one on net. Wilson will let it go towards the end boards. Taking it is McCarthy for Bloomington. We're back to 5-on-5 skating. Both teams are 0-for-1 on the power play. McCarthy skates in. Right wing, righty shot goes wide. Puck towards Chinmong Lee as he tried to lunge the puck ahead, but the Grizzlies will overpower it out to center ice. Bloomington back at their line, skating from right to left. They cross center ice down the middle. Bloomington trying to split a double team, and they go down. Grizzlies been physical here so far. Utah steps over the offensive line. Luke Manning fires towards the net, and it looks like that misses wide. Whistle blows with 11:37 left in the first. Still no score. Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 3-1. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Still no score. Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 3-1 as there's 11 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first period. Grizzlies have shots from Keaton Mastrodonato, Neil Shea, and Chad Hillebrand. So all three members of the top forward line have each picked up a shot. Off the draw, Adam Berg fires towards the net, and it's blocked. Berg over on the left side. Grizzlies won an offensive zone draw. Now Bloomington will tattoo it off the far boards. Grizzlies keep it in. Armstrong will shuffle towards the right side. And now he feeds up top to Yoon across to Dashke. Left point, Dashke over to Wood, who skates towards left circle. They go righty shot. And that one misses wide. Not sure if Wilson got a piece of it. Now behind the net, Briley Wood, who's in the top 10 among all league rookies in goals. He'll chip it towards his left. And the Bison will clear it out to center ice. It goes past Dashke deep in the Grizzlies zone. And icing is on Bloomington as there's 11:04 left in the first period. For the Bison, Eddie Matsushima as their only shot on goal. There have been 2 penalties so far. Josh Boyer got a tripping minor, 2:25 in, and Neil Shea's penalty, we thought it was a trip, but it's actually a cross-checking minor, 5:50 into the first. We're skating 5-on-5. Mastrodonato will take the draw. He's got Shea to his right and Hillebrand to his left. Up top is Cooper Jones and Cody Corbett. Bloomington wins the draw as Berger will move it to the left side. Berger played at Western Michigan University. He was a teammate with Hillebrand and Gallant. Now Shea to the right side, fires towards the net. A stick save by Wilson. Puck to the left wing. Grizzlies chip it towards Hillebrand, who feeds to the right wing. Now Cooper Jones fakes it to Shea. Bison will feed it to the right side. It goes past Mastrodonato and out to center ice. Mastro runs it down to the Grizzlies zone and go to Cooper Jones. Jones and Mastrodonato were teammates with the Idaho Steelheads last year. Jones will shuffle to his right. Now push to Corbett in the left wing. Corbett, long-range pass, goes tape to tape. Grizzlies skate towards the left circle. Righty shot goes wide. Grizzlies over on the right side. Shea fires towards the net. And that's blocked away by Wilson. Now Utah tries to drop it for Lepster, and he gets it blocked. As Bloomington will move it towards Matsushima, who outlets it to center ice. 2-on-2, Bison over the offensive line right wing as they lay it on a tee for the right wing towards the corner. Bison looked for a cutter out in front of the net. Grizzlies with active sticks were able to poke it away. Now left wing, Jake Murray fires towards the net and it's blocked. Murray gets it back. He'll move it towards a high slot. Righty shot, that goes wide. Puck trickles towards the side of the net. Now Bloomington, Patrick Bykov will feed a cross ice pass. Right side, righty shot misses wide as they miss the next stick side on Duplessis. Fonstad battles nearby along with Shea. Puck ricochets deep in the Grizzlies zone, run down by Dashke. 9:32 and counting left in the first. Still no score. Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 5-1. Grizzlies get to center ice. Yoon skips it into the left corner. As the Bison back to the right side, we'll move it out to neutral ice. Foot race. Bison getting there. And icing. Well, we thought icing was going to be called. The arm was raised by one of the linesmen, but no icing. Puck is deep in the Grizzlies zone left circle. As Bloomington spins along the wall towards the right side. Bison now reverse it back towards the left wing. Grizzlies over there. Wood gets hit in the back by Connor Lockhart, number 72. Puck goes to Utah as the Grizzlies will drag it out to center ice. Utah makes a line change as Fonstad dumps it in deep. Bison will tattoo it off the near boards as Bloomington will slice one out to center ice. Grizzlies dump it back in. Wilson lets it go towards the end boards. Bison spread the ice as they move it towards the far wing. And all the way down as the pass was incomplete. And icing is on Bloomington as there's 8:36 left in the first. Kind of almost looks like a little bit of that filling out process we saw in the first period of last night's game. Greg Armstrong's back in the Grizzlies lineup tonight after missing for the first time all season. There are 4 different Grizzlies players who have appeared in all 34 games this season. This is game 35. Cole Gallant, Luke Manning, Mick Messner, and Briley Wood are on the Grizzlies lineup for the 35th straight time this season. Off the draw, right wing. Warner with a shot. That misses wide. Puck goes towards the right wing. Warner gathers it. This is a 195th North American Pro game. He'll spin it behind Bloomington's net. Grizzlies wraparound shot saved by Wilson, and he holds on as Grizzlies had a 2-on-2 battle behind the net. Wood was out there with, I think, Messner and Manning, and it looked like it was Messner on the wraparound looking for his 8th goal of the season, but Wilson makes the stop. There's a timeout on the ice, still no score on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Still no score over in Bloomington. It's Wizard night over at Grossinger Motors Arena. I know Utah fans are probably hoping that the Bison play like the Washington Wizards tonight, as they have had a rough go of it. For Mick Messner, he is now appearing in consecutive game number 113, and all of that coming since he joined the Grizzlies late in the 2022-23 season. Messner came into play tonight, leading Utah with 92 shots on goal, and he has 19 points this season, 7 goals and 12 assists. Grizzlies will have the forward line of Shea Mastrodonato and Hillebrand on the ice. Hillebrand is in his 15th pro game and second with the Grizzlies. He had appeared in 13 games with the Colorado Eagles, 11 last year and 2 at the end of the 2023-24 season. Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke are on the ice. Actually, it's not Dashke. It almost looks like maybe a power play unit for the Grizzlies. as looks like Shea's up top with Hume. As almost looks like the Grizzlies are going with 4 forwards as if they're on a power play. As a puck towards the right wing, Maldonado spins along the boards. It is a power play for the Grizzlies. We're not sure what happened to the Bison or what they did, as the Bison will clear it out. Ewan races after it. He'll skate behind Duplessis' net. He stops on a dime, and he'll move it towards the near side as Maldonado gets pushed in the back. Bykov gets hit over in the left point of the Grizzlies zone as Bloomington will chip it over to a skater down the middle, and a lefty shot by P.J. Fletcher goes blocked by Duplessis. Now the Bison will throw it towards the far wing wall, and Shea gets a loose puck. Grizzlies restart the attack on a power play. Dashke drops it for Hillebrand, but the Grizzlies are offside with 7:31 left in the first. So a draw is going to come back to neutralize. Grizzlies will change things up. Hillebrand comes off. Grizzlies will have Cade Nilsson take the draw. He's out there with Craig Armstrong. Now we're skating 5-on-5. So there must not have been a penalty. Well, I guess it is what it is. These remote feeds are not perfect. Gavin Gould gets it across center ice after the Bison won the draw. Duplessis wings along the boards towards the far side. Bloomington over in the right corner battles with a couple Grizzlies. Puck goes back towards the right side. It glanced off a stick. Now Bloomington skates down the middle. Utah knocks him down. No call. As over to the high slot, Bryce Montgomery with the shot. That's blocked away. Grizzlies cross center ice 3-on-3. Utah steps over the line with momentum. Right side, Armstrong gets around a Bison defender. He tried to center. It glanced off a skate. Armstrong over on the right side gets pushed. Grizzlies trying to feed it up top towards Nilsson. Puck ended up about waist high. Nilsson couldn't calm the puck down. As the puck goes back to neutral ice, Cade Nilsson will lunge it ahead, looking for Adamberg. It tapped off a Bison skater. Now down the middle, Matsushima with the lefty shot. That misses wide. Grizzlies tap it off the far boards near their bench, which is on the far side, left of center ice. Grizzlies step over the line, avoid a check, as Utah will skate towards the left side. Now down the middle towards Fonsell. Take a lefty shot, and it goes wide as it ricochets off the glass. Grizzlies spin around. Webster gets knocked down over in the left corner. He gets back to his feet, and he tried to feed it up top towards the left point, and he gets challenged by the Bison. Bloomington crosses center ice, and they dump it in. Behind the net, Duplessis will chip it towards the right corner. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. Behind the net, Young drags down a Bison skater as the puck wobbles towards the left corner. Grizzlies will knock it ahead as Utah will loft it into the Bison zone. Bloomington runs it down. Less than 6 minutes are left in the first period. Still no score. The Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 6-2. Bloomington spreads the ice, and now they'll chip it towards Maxim Barbashev. He'll fire a left wing pass that ricochets off the boards, looking for Lockhart. Back to Barbashev. He'll stop behind Duplessis' net. Now he'll skate towards the near wing wall. As Barbashev loses the puck, Briley Wood, in his first year as a pro, 22 years old, he'll cross center ice and backhand it in deep. The Bison chase after it. They get their stride before Wood. As Bloomington, Messner trying to pick off the puck over in the slot. As the puck goes over to the left side, Grizzlies in the offensive zone take control. Messner behind the net to the near side. Now he stops, wraparound shot, saved by Wilson, and a penalty is going to be called on Bloomington as Messner stopped on a dime, reversed his field, and fired towards the net. He got tripped up, and so the Grizzlies will be on a power play when we come back with 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first period. No score. Grizzlies have a shot advantage, and they'll be on the power play for the second time tonight when we come back. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Now there's no score. Grizzlies are on a power play. 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first period. Apparently, Flow Sports is down. And with this being on a remote broadcast with a bad camera feed and camera operators who aren't necessarily skilled, we apologize that I guess we're all at the mercy of what's going on Flow Sports. But apparently, for now, knock on wood, I can still see what's going on. As Grizzlies will have a power play as Bryce Montgomery for the second straight game picks up a penalty, 2 minutes for tripping. At least we think tripping's the call. Grizzlies win the draw. They're over in the left point, skating from left to right, still scoreless. Neil Shea over to the right wing. He's got 14 goals this season to lead Utah. He swirls around in the right corner. Now up top to Dashke. Across to the left wing, Masha Donato back towards Dashke, who kicks it to Shea. Shea dances around in the right wing. He skates towards the right circle. Now he spins over in the right corner. He feeds it up top to Dashke, back to Shea. He fires towards the net looking for redirection. Puck gets sticked away. Dashke over on the left side as a Bison player went down. Utah over in the left corner. Grizzlies get it up top. Masha Donato, shoulder fakes. Now he taps off the far boards towards Dashke. He fires towards the net. Saved by Wilson. Rebound towards the left side. Dashke gets bounced off the boards. Bloomington gets it and they clear it out. Behind the net, Vinny Duplessis will drop it. Grizzlies will keep the same five on the ice, we believe, as Utah crosses center ice. Webster will drop it back off as Masha Donato will pitch it to the center ice logo. Grizzlies skate in with some momentum. They drop it back for Masha Donato. He's in the high slot as he'll fire it off the right corner. Shea gets the Yoon in the right point as he'll tap it off a Grizzly stick on a pass to the right circle. Bloomington clears it back out. As the Bison race after it before Yoon gathered it. As the Bison look to center it out to Matsushima. Pass goes wide of the mark. Grizzlies will finish up a line change. 35 seconds are left in the power play. As there's still no score. 3.5 minutes are left in the first period. And Flow Sports is down. I guess the only way we're able to see the game. I'm not sure how I'm able to see it if they're not over on Flow Sports. The audience, Grizzlies get it up top. Now to Wood on the right side. He dangles back and forth, skates towards the right circle. Now chip it back to Fonstad, who moves it up top. High slot. Yoon, righty shot goes wide. Puck towards the left corner. 2-on-2 battle. Fonstad gets the puck. He'll skate towards the right circle. He fakes a shot. Skates towards his left. Now Fonstad's in the left circle. As he'll drop it off. Now to the right side for Yoon. Back towards the left wing. One-timer's blocked before it got towards Wilson. Grizzlies back to 5-on-5 skating. As they are now 0 for 2 on the power plays. Bloomington's back at even strength. Around the net, Hillebrand. He'll fire towards Wilson. And that one's sticked away. Puck goes out to center ice. Grizzlies get after the loose puck deep in their own zone as Cooper Jones, a 5'8", 170-pound speedy defenseman, will carry the puck out to center ice. He'll wing it towards his right, looking for Berg. It tapped off the stick of Jake Murray, the big 6'3" defenseman. Bloomington crosses center ice right wing. They'll dump it in. Duplessis behind his net. We'll chip it back to the right corner. Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 8-2. There's still no score. 2.5 minutes left in the first period. Bison fire it to the right corner. We believe that's Matsushima. He'll move it up top. Now it's at Murray in the left point. He fires lefty shot that misses wide. Armstrong gets it off the boards. Turnover, right side. Bison spin it out in front, and the puck goes wide of the mark as they're looking for Lockhart out in front. Lockhart this season has 7 goals in 32 games. Grizzlies will backhand it towards neutral ice. It stays in, though. Bison, shot, and the blocker saved by Duplessis. That shot was taken by Barbashev. Grizzlies will lift it out to center ice. It's gloved and dropped by the Bison. Less than 2 minutes are left in the first period. Still no score. Utah's outshot Bloomington 8-3. Bloomington out to center ice, and they dump it in. Does Case McCarthy. As Lockhart over to the left wing. Throws to the left circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Duplessis. And Vinny holds on as the Bison were able to find Brett Budgel over in the left circle. Budgel's got 10 goals, and he's a +10 this season. Duplessis has stopped each of the first 4 shots he has seen. So there's 1:31 left in the first period. Still no score. Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 8-4. Draws over in the left circle. And it's won by Utah. Neil Shea will slide it off the far wing boards out to center ice looking for Hillebrand. He battles. Now Shea delivers a hit near the Grizzlies bench. as apparently Flow Sports is having some back-end issues at the moment as the Bison step over the offensive line. Budgel fires towards the net. It gets redirected and goes wide as he was looking for a cutter out in front, in particular Bykov. As puck's out to neutralize, Bison step over the offensive line, skating from right to left as the Bison veer off to the right. Matsushima, starting pass, shot and a score. As we believe Bykov has given the Bison a 1-0 lead as he scored with 54 seconds left in the first. As Bloomington skated into the offensive zone, around the net, and then out in front, and the Bison put it away. Westcott, we believe, skated around the net, and then he was able to find a cutter out in front and putting it away. We're not quite sure who that was. It might have been Dalton Duhart, number 19. We didn't quite get a good look as to the number of the Bison player that scored, but Bloomington leads 1-0 with 54 seconds left in the first period. Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 8-5, but Bloomington scores first tonight. Bison dump it in from center ice after winning the draw. Yoon slices along the near wing boards looking for Gallant. As puck ends up left side, Matsushima with the shot, and that's blocked away. Dashke will fire it off the right wing boards, back towards Dashke as the puck bounced off a Grizzly skate. Now right side, Bloomington will fire it off the left wing wall as Gould trying to jump around a Grizzly player. It was boxing him out along the end boards. 24 seconds left in the period. Puck along the near wall as Bloomington, Gavin Gould, he battles with a couple Grizzlies. One in the front, one in the back is Hume. Over there with Gallant, and the puck chips out to center ice. 10 seconds left in the period. Bloomington leads 1-0. Bison dump it in. Yoon chases after it. Duplessis will lay it for Yoon behind the net. As Yoon will slice along the near wing boards looking for Cole Gallant. He crosses center ice. He fires towards the net at the buzzer. And that will do it for 20 minutes over at Grossinger Motors Arena. It was a scoreless game until there was about 54 seconds left in the first period. And then Bloomington found the back of the net to make it a 1-0 game. We'll see if we can get the details as to who scored the goal. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see. It looks like it's Patrick Bykov scoring the goal, 1906, and it's his fourth of the year. Westcott and Budgel picked up the assist. We believe that was Westcott around the net towards the far side, and he chipped it out in front towards Bykov, and Bykov put it away. Time of goal, 1906 into the first period. Bloomington this season is undefeated. They're 10-0 when leading after one period, so the Grizzlies are hoping that trend doesn't continue here tonight. After one period, it's the Bison 1 and the Grizzlies nothing. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes of play, and we'll also go over some scores from around the world of sports on this busy Saturday night in the NHL, as well as some NFL scores and college basketball scores as well of local interest. After one period, Bloomington leads Utah 1-0 as Patrick Bykov scored 19:04 into the first period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
First intermission over at Grossinger Motors Arena, and Bloomington leads 1-0 as Patrick Bykov scored 19:06 into the first period. So with 54 seconds left, Brett Budgel and Jared Westcott picked up the assist. Now apparently the back channel of Flow Sports, which I'm guessing is what they used to distribute the game to the viewing audience, apparently that has crashed right now. I'm not sure. I have absolutely no clue as to why. I could see the game, but nobody at home can see it, which is a shame considering the camera operator doesn't know how to do a good job. So it's tough to really track what's going on there. But apparently there's some issues with Flow Sports. Hopefully they'll get them resolved here soon. For the Grizzlies, I thought they played pretty well the first 17, 18 minutes of the first period. Utah at one point did have either a 7-2 or 8-2 advantage in the shot count on the Bison. Neil Shea leads the way with 3 shots, and then 5 of the Grizzlies have 1 shot through 1 period. Dashke, Machadonado, Messner, Hillebrand, and Luke Manning each have 1 shot. For Bloomington in their 5 shots, Eddie Matsushima leads the way with 2 shots. Brett Budgel, Patrick Bykov, and Maxim Barbashev each have 1 shot. And unfortunately, the difference in the game is Bykov's shot found the back of the net, 19:06 into the first period. Grizzlies are 0 for 2 on the power play. Bloomington's 0 for 1. Bloomington's Josh Boyer picked up a tripping minor, 2:25 into the first period. The Grizzlies had 2 or 3 shots on that power play. Neil Shea picked up a cross-checking minor, 5:50 into the first period. The Grizzlies did a great job on the penalty kill there. Bryce Montgomery for Bloomington picked up a tripping minor, 14:53 into the first period. But the goal in the final minute of the first frame's the difference in the game, as Bykov scored his 4th of the year, with the assist going to Brett Budgel, who extends his point-scoring streak to 6 games, and Jared Westcott picked up his 6th assist of the season. Bloomington's been an outstanding team at protecting leads this season. They are 10-0 when leading after 1 period, and when leading after 2 frames, they are 12-1. So the Grizzlies will be looking to come back against a team that's done a pretty good job protecting leads this season. I'll see if the Grizzlies can get it going in the second period. Utah does have a power play goal in each of their last 2 games, and the Grizzlies do have a second period goal in 19 of their last 20 games. When we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the league, as well as checking in on those who are living the dream, as we'll go over some NHL scores as well, as there's a game of local interest, as well as the Colorado Avalanche, who played the Dallas Stars earlier today. First intermission coverage here on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network, as Bloomington leads Utah 1-0.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Signer, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Signer has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Signer Kia, South Jordan.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
After one period, Bloomington leads Utah 1-0 here in Game 2 of a 3-game series. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon will be the final game of the series. Face-off will be at 2:05. Coverage begins at 1:45 here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Other action in the league. First intermission over at BOK Center. Tulsa leads Idaho 1-0. The lone goal was scored by Michael Farron for Tulsa, 12:03 in. The Steelheads have outshot the Oilers 10-7, but it's Tulsa that leads 1-0 after one period. Halfway through the second frame, no score between Maine and Fort Wayne. Late second period, Trois-Rivières leads Norfolk 1-0. Late second period, Kansas City leads Rapid City 5-1. After two periods, Reading leads Jacksonville 2-1. In the Heritage Classic over in Kalamazoo, which is really just a regular season game that they put a name to it, Kalamazoo leads Toledo 3-1. After two periods, there's no score between Tahoe and Iowa. After two periods, Cincinnati and Indy are tied at 3. Late second period, Savannah leads Florida 2-1. Also after two periods, Greenville leads Atlanta 2-1. Late third period, Worcester's clinging to a 4-3 lead over the Wheeling Nailers. One game has gone final in the league as South Carolina defeated Orlando 5-2. In 30 seconds, we'll give you the NHL scores. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
The Utah Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, picked up a 6-3 victory over the Dallas Stars, as the Avalanche outshot the Stars 36-29. Arturi Lehkonen was the #1 star of the game, as we're up all night to get lucky as he picked up 2 goals and 2 assists. Jonathan Druid had 1 goal and 2 assists for the Avalanche, and Kel McCarr also added 2 goals. So the Avalanche scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. And they led 4-1 after one period and cruised to a 6-3 victory over the Dallas Stars. Getting underway in about 20 minutes from now, about 7.3 miles away from where I'm sitting, the Utah Hockey Club hosts the St. Louis Blues. It's been a rough homestand for the Utah Hockey Club. They're just 1-3 through 4 games of their season-long 7-game homestand. Actually, I think they're 1-4 through 5 games of the 7-game season-long homestand. We'll see what happens tonight. Utah's 18-19-7 on the year. The Blues are 22-20-4. I believe that Connor Ingram is going to get the start in net for Utah. Ingram this season has a record of 6-5-3 with a 3.49 goals against average. Other action in the NHL, games in progress, late second period. Montreal leads Toronto 3-1. Patrick Laine, Kirby Dach, and Josh Anderson have the Montreal goals. Bobby McMahon has scored for Toronto. Second intermission, Tampa leads Detroit 5-1. Also after 2 periods, no score between Columbus and the New York Rangers. After 2 periods, the Capitals lead the Penguins 2-0. No goals so far for Alex Ovechkin. Second intermission, Flames lead the Jets 2-0. The Winnipeg Jets will be in town on Monday night to take on the Utah Hockey Club. After one period, no score between the Sharks and Islanders. Also after one, Blackhawks lead the Golden Knights 3-1. Chicago outshot Vegas 13-5 in the first period. Late first period, Wild and the Predators are tied at 1. A few games have gone final in the NHL. You mentioned the Avalanche and their 6-3 victory over Dallas. Florida shuts out Anaheim 3-0. Spencer Knight was the starter and the winner for Florida. He picked up the shutouts. John Gibson had a solid performance as he saved 42 of 45 in the loss for Anaheim. Jesper Boquist is number 2 star of the night. He had 1 goal for Florida. So the Panthers, the defending champs, they shut out Anaheim 3-0, and it was Spencer Knight getting the clean sheet. In a shootout, Ottawa defeats Boston 6-5. The overtime game winner was scored by Tim Stützle, who gave Ottawa the 6-5 victory. Ottawa was down 5-3 halfway through the third period. Norris and Jensen each had third period goals to get Ottawa back in the game, and then obviously Stützle with the overtime game winner to give Ottawa a 6-5 victory. Philadelphia gets a 3-1 win over the New Jersey Devils. Travis Konechny had a goal for Philadelphia. Dougie Hamilton had the only goal for the Devils in the 3-1 loss. We'll have second period action on the other side. We'll see if Utah can climb back into it. It almost feels like for the Grizzlies, it's going to be the usual suspects. Watch out for Shea, Mastrodonato, and Dashke, as well as Chad Hillebrand. And I'm really interested in seeing if Hillebrand's here long-term, what he's going to look like on the Mavericks center ice. And don't forget, we're 6 days away from the Grizzlies' next home game. That will be Friday, January 24th, as Utah takes on the Wichita Thunder, who have been one of the surprise teams in the league. That'll be Friday, and it's an AFC Friday, where tickets start just $12 when you pay using your AFC debit or credit card at the Mavericks Center box office. We'll hopefully have second period action on the other side, as Bloomington got a late first period goal from Patrick Bykov, 19:06 into the first. It's Bloomington 1, Utah nothing. We'll come back and have second period action on the other side. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. We're a couple minutes away from second period action over at Grossinger Motors Arena as the Bison lead the Grizzlies 1-0. Utah's played pretty good hockey as of late. In fact, they're averaging 4 goals per game in their last 11 contests, 44 goals in their last 11 games. You think back to last week where they swept Kansas City in a 2-game set, outscoring the Mavericks 10-6. They really got the offense going, but it's been a rough go of it 5-on-5 here on the road trip. The only goal on Wednesday night in the 3-1 loss against Cincinnati was a late second period power play goal. And last night over in Bloomington in the first ever meeting between the clubs, it was a power play goal with 1 second left in the second period. And that turned out to be Utah's only goal of the night. So Utah here through 7 games on this road trip, they have yet to score a 5-on-5 goal. And we'll see if the Grizzlies can capitalize here in the second period. One guy I've certainly been intrigued to see here in this series is Chad Hillebrand, who was reassigned to the Grizzlies from the AHL's Colorado Eagles on Thursday. Hillebrand had 1 assist and 8 penalty minutes in 11 games for the Eagles this season. When he scores his first goal in a Utah uniform, it will be his first pro goal. Hillebrand does have a familiar name and face, and Cole Gallant on his team. Gallant and Hillebrand reached college teammates for 3 seasons at Western Michigan University. Hillebrand was there for 4 years from 2020 through 2023. Through 2024. 2023 was Cole Gallant's last year at Western Michigan. Grizzlies in the second period will be skating from right to left, as apparently only I can see it. Hopefully Flow Sports will come back shortly. I guess they're having some back-end issues. Bloomington will skate from left to right, but we do beg for a little bit of patience and forgiveness, as unfortunately some of the details of the game can go missing from time to time. Utah had 8 shots in the first period. 3 of them were taken by Neil Shea. To start the second period, it will be Shea, Mastrodonato, and Hillebrand. That's the 3 forwards. The defensive pairing is Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke, who average somewhere between 25 and 30 minutes per game. Bykov, who scored Bloomington's goal, will take the draw, but it's won by Utah and Mastrodonato as the puck skips towards Yoon, who directs it to Dashke as we're skating 5-on-5 here to start the second period. Puck off the screen in Bloomington ice, and it's deep in the Bison zone as it's run down by Bykov, who's wearing number 17. He'll slide it behind Bloomington's net as the Bison spread the ice 20 seconds into the second period. Bloomington will feed to the near corner. Now an outlet pass out to center ice. Bloomington, a red jersey, but it doesn't look like it's a white number. It kind of looks like a goldish number. Puck to the right side. Grizzlies will bounce to the right point. It's kept in by Montgomery. Utah trying to challenge him, Shea in particular. Grizzlies gather it. Dashke angles one to the right. Now back to Dashke over the line. He skates towards the right circle. Take a lefty shot. And a save by Wilson. And the puck deflects out of play as there's 19-12 left in the second. Boy, Dashke had a good look in the right wing as he had all sorts of time and momentum to skate towards the right circle and get everything on a shot. Dashke currently leads all Grizzlies defensemen in shots on goal, and he's been a consistent star for Utah all season. Dashke has 84 shots in 27 games coming into play tonight. Dashke leads the Grizzlies in plus-minus with a +5 rating. Grizzlies have Warner and Nilsson on the ice defensively. Fonstad, Reed Lepster, and Cole Gallant as Lepster gets the puck after Utah won the draw over to Nilsson, who tried to fire towards the net, and it was sticked away by Chungmin Lee. Lee's had a good year. He has 8 goals and 19 assists in 35 games. To the left wing, Nilsson dances around. He'll throw it towards the middle of the ice softly. Grizzlies feed it to the middle for Lepster. He gets it jabbed away. Bloomington will skip it out to center ice where it goes back to Utah's Andrew Nilsson. He'll push it ahead about 20 feet towards Gallant. Gallant trying to feed it to his right. It glanced off the stick back towards Fonstad at the Utah line. Grizzlies will skip a pass angle left to Lepster. He steps over the line, dangles on the left point. Now bounces to the right corner. Grizzlies chase after it behind the net. Utah will chip it up top to Nilsson, who's got 2 goals with Utah this season. He'll fire toward the net. Saved by Wilson. Nilsson skated towards the middle of the ice to get hit with a high stick, and I think that's going to be a penalty on the Bison as Nilsson took a shot from the left point. It was saved by Wilson. Nilsson trying to get the rebound as he skated towards the middle of the ice. He got hit with a high stick, and it appears the penalty is going to be on Eddie Matsushima, who goes to the box. Is it 2 minutes or 4 minutes? Well, we're not really sure. As Matsushima dances around in front of the penalty box. 18-19 is left in the second period, and the Grizzlies will be on the power play. Matsushima, we're not sure if he's going to the box. He did hit Nilsson with a high stick, although they might be looking to see if Nilsson had scored a goal. It looks like they're looking at video replay right now, as Nilsson's shot kind of looked like it was a little bit awkward towards the net, and they're going to check to see if Utah didn't cross the goal line with the puck, if it's not a tie game. Right now it's 1-0, but it looks like that is in question as they're looking at video replay right now at center ice. Brian Wilson, they show the back of his jersey. He's wearing number 30. Wilson's got good size at 6'4" and 185 pounds. He started the season in the SPHL, and Wilson was off to an outstanding start in the SPHL before he was signed by Bloomington on January 7th. This season, Wilson appeared in 10 games with the Huntsville Havoc, where he had a 6-2-2 record with a .929 save percentage and 2.48 goals against average. It appears they're looking at video replay to see if it's a good goal or not. And it looks like it's a good goal. It might be a good, well, couldn't quite tell what the signal was. It might be. I thought they were signaling maybe a good goal. We're not really sure. 18-19 is left in the second. Draws game in the Bloomington zone, so it does look like there's no goal. Unfortunately, we never did get to see a replay. We don't know one way or another, but no goal is the ruling from the officials. The referee tonight is Will Kelly. The linesmen are Will Anderson and Ryan Madsen. Draws in the right circle. We're skating 5-on-5. They didn't even call the high stick that Nilsson was trying to buy. I guess there was no purchase. Corbett over to the left side. He's in the corner. He gets double team McCarthy as the puck gets jammed away. Wood holds up the stick of Barbashev. Now Wood swings and misses from the left circle as the Bison will carry it out across center ice. Bloomington over the line. Boyer feeds it towards the right circle. Righty shot goes wide. That was taken by, we believe, Jared Westcott. As the puck towards the left wing. Bison skate in as Messner delivered a push, and Bloomington lost their balance. Grizzlies cross center ice. Manning drives it in. Puck to the right wing. It goes towards the point. Bison will overpower the puck out to center ice. Grizzlies flip it back in. Wilson lets it go to the left corner for McCarthy. Bison skate from left to right here in the period as we're 2.5 minutes in. As Bloomington crosses center ice, and he'll bounce it off Armstrong, who holds his ground at neutral ice. Grizzlies come out with the puck. Left wing, Cade Nilsson crosses center ice. He's got 3 goals this season. Tried to dump it in. It bounced off of McCarthy's stick. Cade Nilsson over to the left corner, spins it around. Big time hit from behind by a Grizzly. And now Utah goes sprawling towards the right corner as Bloomington gathers the puck. As the Bison skate over the offensive line, they drop it for Westcott. Westcott backhands it out in front. Shot goes wide as Duplessis was sprawling and sliding towards his right. Yoon behind the net will get it towards a forward on the right side. Utah will lift it out to center ice. It bounced on the stick of Cade Nilsson. He wears number 27. He'll push it off the end boards. Berg overskates the puck. 3.5 minutes into the second period. Bloomington will carry it out to neutral ice. Bison lead 1-0. Bloomington steps over the offensive line. They'll backhand one on to Duplessis, who gathers it on one hop of the ice. He holds on. Bison will have an offensive zone draw with 16:31 left in the second. Not many shots tonight on either side. Grizzlies haven't fired away officially on Wilson in the second period. The Bison have 2 shots, according to the score bug, on the top of the Flow Sports screen. And we're hoping that Flow Sports returns here soon, as apparently it was down. I guess it's a site-wide issue that's affected most of the league games, including, I think, the Heritage Classic between Kalamazoo and Toledo, which I think is just a regular season game that they tried to put a name to it. That replaced the All-Star game this season, unfortunately. Bloomington moves it out in front after they won the face-off. Pass goes wide of the mark as Yoon will feed it behind his net. Grizzlies dance around. Long-range pass to the right side connects as Utah skates towards the right circle as a Grizzly player got held up along their left shoulder and they couldn't get a shot off. As a Bison will ice it towards the Utah blue line as the Grizzlies gather with Neil Shea. He skates around center ice now. Bloomington jabs it away. Bison race after it to the right side. They try to backhand it out in front of the net. Puck stays towards the right wing. Utah delivers a big-time hit, and that's Chad Hillebrand, the big 6'4" forward. Always been a physical presence, and he's a great compliment to Masher Donato and Shea. Puck goes to Andrew Nilsson, and he will loft it ahead. Grizzlies chase after it, and playing it out of his net is Brian Wilson. He'll outlet it to the far side. Grizzlies right side. Shea couldn't get a shot off as he was getting back-checked. As the Bison will gather the puck behind their net. They'll spread the ice. Grizzlies will keep the same 5 on the ice as Bloomington will drag the puck out to center ice. They get around a Grizzly. I think that's Fonstad. As Bloomington gets it in deep, puck to the far corner. Yoon will move it ahead about 30 feet. Grizzlies with a horizontal pass to Dashke, who angles one to the left for Fonstad, and Fonstad dumps it in. Puck to the right side. Grizzlies one-on-one battle. Utah dance around. Now behind the nets, Grizzlies spin it along the boards towards the near side for Dashke, who directs it across to Yoon. Yoon gathers it. He'll fire towards the net wide. Dashke skates towards the left corner. He'll drop it off. Grizzlies will lay it for Lepster in the left corner. He gets pushed in off his side. Lepster gets the stick lifted. He tried to drop it for Fonstad, who overskated it. Bloomington will tap it off the near boards. Grizzlies will have to reset. As they fire it to the left corner, Grizzlies will switch up forwards. Puck lifts over the head of Lee of Bloomington. Lee tried to step over the offensive line. Dashke knifed it away. Grizzlies off the near boards looking for Fonstad. He couldn't reach it. Bloomington at neutral ice. They'll backhand it towards the left side. Bison over the line as Bloomington skates towards the right wing. Now stopping on a dime towards the corner as the Bison move it back to the left side. Lee dances around as he battles with Fonstad. Lee gets to the left wing. Righty shot, and it bounces off the end boards. Duplessis will kick it towards the right corner as the Bison fire towards the net, and that's blocked. Zach Hoffman will backhand it towards the left corner. Bison in the offensive zone, skating from left to right. Bloomington, they've taken 2 shots here in the period, make that 3. Bloomington high slot. They get to the right side as the Bison dance around, and that's Budgel has got an assist tonight. He's got a point in 6 straight games. Budgel will drop it to the right point. Bison skate in. Now Berger, he danced around to the left side across to Hoffman, who used to play with Rapid City. Hoffman will backhand it towards the left side. Now back towards the near goal line. Backhand shot saved by Duplessis. Vinny holds on with 13:26 left in the second. It's Bloomington 1, Utah nothing. We're 6.5 minutes into the second. Grizzlies have taken 1 shot here in the period. Bloomington has taken 4. Bison still lead 1-0. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Bloomington leads Utah 1-0. According to the score bug, Reed Lepster has a 2-minute penalty. Well, we're not entirely sure what he did. We didn't get to see the referee signal, and they haven't updated the ECHL app, but it appears that Bloomington's going to get a power play as the Bison have outshot the Grizzlies 4-1 here in the second period. Neil Shea leads Utah with 3 shots. Nobody else has 2 for Utah. 6 other Grizzlies skaters have 1 shot. So Lepster's in the box. He broke a hockey rule. The Grizzlies gather it and flip it out to, well, it looked like it was going to neutral ice. It was kept in on the left side by somebody off the screen. Bloomington over in the far goal line. They get it back up top to McCarthy. He fakes a shot, gets it to his left as Bloomington fakes a one-timer. Now back to the right point for McCarthy. He fires a slap shot, saved by Duplessis. Everybody hacking away, but Vinny holds on. Good job by Duplessis. That shot was fired towards the helmet, around the collarbone. Duplessis was able to gather it and not give Bloomington a second chance. Boy, Duplessis played a pretty good one here tonight. Looks like Reed Lepster's penalty is a trip, 6:34 into the second period. So tripping gets Reed Lepster to the box. There's 1:37 left in Bloomington's second power play of the game. Bison win the draw as Bloomington's Chong-Ming Lee will feed it to his left. Righty shots and a score. One-timer from the left circle as Connor Lockhart finds the back of the net for the 8th time this season. As Lockhart high-fives everybody on the Bloomington bench. It's a power play goal from Connor Lockhart. And the Bison take a 2-0 lead. Puck was towards the middle of the ice. Lee slid it to his left, and Lockhart with a one-timer. He roofed it over Vinny. Cody Corbett was in front of the net trying to box out a Bloomington forward. But Connor Lockhart was left all alone over on the left side. Very quick-looking one-timer. Didn't look like he did much on a follow-through, on kind of a back-through. He really just kind of, that was a quick one-timer by Lockhart. And it's 2-0 Bison, 7 minutes into the second period. Draw goes into the Bloomington zone. Armstrong over in the left point. He'll fire it off the end boards. Adam Berg races after it as the puck sprints towards the right point of the Bison zone, and it looks like it deflects out of play into the Grizzlies bench. 12:36 is left in the second period. It's Bloomington 2, Utah nothing, as Bykov scored 19:06 into the first period. And Lockhart picks up a power play goal, which is his 8th of the year, with the assist going to Chong-Ming Lee, who gets his 20th helper of the season. And Case McCarthy, he picked up his 4th assist of the season. Draws give me the Bloomington zone, right circle. Bison have outshot the Grizzlies 6-1 here in the second period. Bloomington moves to the near side as the Grizzlies are in the offensive zone. Big time hit delivered by a Grizzly over along the near boards, but Bloomington clears it all the way towards Duplessis. Yoon behind the net will stop as the Grizzlies will start the attack skating from right to left. Grizzlies get to Dashkin, the left wing. He'll carry it out to center ice before he skies it over the head of a Bloomington defenseman, and that's number 22, Thomas Stewart, who didn't play last night. Stewart's playing his 24th game this season. Grizzlies at neutral ice will backhand it back into their own zone as they want to re-enter with momentum. Yoon, right side, he'll direct it towards center ice, but it's picked off by a Bison skater. Bloomington got back checked, and they couldn't dump it in. Fonstad ahead towards Lebster, slides it towards his right, righty shot, and that misses wide as Wilson might have made the save. 11:47 left in the second. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. We believe that might have been Cole Gallant taking the shots as he's been out there with Lebster and Fonstad all game long. So draw's going to be over in the right circle. Shot must have missed wide as they didn't officially credit Utah with a shot. We need one of those Fox glowing pucks back from the 1990s. Sometimes it's tough to tell where the biscuit is from time to time. You're on these remote feeds. Then again, a lot of things are tough to find from time to time on these things. Grizzlies won the draw. Puck skips over Andrew Nilsson's stick. He'll run it down at Utah ice. He gets knocked down. No call on the play as Grizzlies reset up shop at neutral ice. Lebster steps over the offensive line, right wing. He skates towards the right corner. Now he stops, and he'll chip it back up top. Cooper Jones gets to Fonstad in the left wing. He'll stop at the point. He'll swirl the puck back towards Nilsson. Nilsson tried to direct it ahead about 10 feet towards Lebster. Lebster skates towards the left point. He'll backhand it to the left corner. Grizzlies trying to center it out in front. It glanced off the stick of Cole Fonstad. Now Fonstad near goal line, feeds it out in front. Righty shot, and that one misses wide as Bison have done a solid job defensively here in this series. Bloomington over to the right side battles as Utah spins around. Grizzlies try to find a cutter out in front, looking from the right wing. Pass goes wide of the mark. Bison skate back in. Left side, starting pass out in front. Shot, and they couldn't get one off. Grizzlies on the back check did a good job out in front of Duplessis. As the Bison over in the offensive zone. High slot, righty shot. Saved by Duplessis. But he holds on with 10:41 left in the second. So the Bison have outshot the Grizzlies 7-2 here in the second period. Bloomington is 1 for 2 on the power play. Grizzlies are 0 for 2. So draw's going to be over in the left circle. Eddie Matsushima, we believe, will take it for Bloomington. Can't quite tell who that is for the Grizzlies. Might be Masha Donato as he's out there with Hillebrand and Shea. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Around Duplessis' net to Corbett. Over to Shea along the near side. Trying to get it back towards Corbett. It's taken away. Gavin Gould to the left wing. He'll get pushed towards the corner by Corbett. Bloomington's in the offensive zone. Up top to McCarthy, who's got an assist tonight. Back along the end boards. Around Utah's net towards the near side. Grizzlies. Chad Hillebrand sprints after it. Now he gets towards Shea, who gets pushed along the boards. Shea gets it back. He slides it towards Hillebrand. Chong-Ming Lee will move it towards the middle. Bloomington skates in. Shot and a score as Eddie Matsushima just kind of wrapped it around Vinny Duplessis as he was sprawling towards his left. And it's now a 3-0 Bloomington game as Eddie Matsushima gets his team leading 15th of the year. Boy, Lee had the puck over in the right circle. He slid it to Matsushima. Actually slid it to Gould, and then Gould fed it to his right for Matsushima, who skated in from the right side onto Duplessis, and he just kind of slid it past Vinny's right ankle. So Matsushima is going to get the goal with Lee and Gould getting the assists. It's 3 unanswered for Bloomington to start the night. It's the third straight road game where the opposition has scored the first 3 goals of the evening. Bloomington has 3 goals on 13 shots, and they've scored 2 goals on 7 shots here in the second period. As a Bison dump it in does Lockhart, who scored Bloomington's second goal of the night. Puck to the left wing. As Bloomington in the offensive zone as the Bison behind the net. Bloomington throws it towards the middle, right wing. Righty shot goes one. Actually, that shot was taken from the slot. Grizzlies gather the puck as Utah will race out to center ice. Grizz gets a center. Yoon dumps it in. The Colorado College product, second-year pro. As puck to the right side. Bloomington will backhand it around. Zach Hoffman chasing after it on the left side. Grizzlies get there first. Luke Manning over behind the net to Wood. He gets stripped up from behind. Wood keeps his feet. Manning trying to get the puck as Wood was battling with the Bison skater, but Bloomington gets it. They try to get to Lockhart. Keeping it in is Cade Nilsson. He'll bat it off a Bison skater. The puck goes out of play. Is it delay of game? We're not quite sure. As it might have got redirected off the glass. There's 9:14 left in the second period, and we got a timeout on the ice. It's 3-0 Bison. Patrick Bykov scored late in the first period. Connor Lockhart and Eddie Matsushima have second period goals. 9:14 left in the second. Grizzlies will be looking for a comeback on the other side. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Jerry Seiner, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Bloomington leads 3-0 as there's 9:14 left in the second period. It's the second of a 3-game weekend series. Don't forget to join us tomorrow afternoon. The third and final game of the set. It's the third and final meeting of the regular season between the Grizzlies and the first-year franchise, the Bloomington Bison. Coverage begins at 1:45, face-off at 2:05. Draws at neutral ice near the Grizzlies bench. Both teams jostle for positioning. As Berg battles, puck goes to center ice. We got a fight! Westcott and Cade Nilsson. Oh, Nilsson dropped the gloves. Westcott didn't drop his. As the linesmen now step in. Westcott, who goes 6'1", 181 pounds. Cade Nilsson dropped his gloves, expecting Westcott to drop his gloves. Westcott didn't, and Nilsson did. And now Westcott with two linesmen between them. Westcott yelling at Cade Nilsson and Nilsson yelling back. So it looks like both guys, well, it's hard to say, maybe matching roughing minors, maybe because Nilsson dropped his gloves, maybe he gets an extra 2 minutes. Well, it's hard to say. There's 9:04 left in the second period as the Bison lead 3-0, and hopefully Flow Sports is back on for the video feed portion of this broadcast. It's kind of a simulcast. We got YouTube here for our audio broadcast. It's essentially our version of a radio broadcast. As one of the referees, actually there's only one referee tonight, and that's Will Kelly. He's talking with Andrew Nilsson and Eddie Matsushima. Looks like a fun party area over in Bloomington. Everybody having a good time. There's a lot of Chicago Blackhawks jerseys in attendance, as Bloomington's not all that far away from Chicago. Draw's going to be in the Bison zone. Both players appear to be getting matching roughing minors. And we're trying to count players to see if we're skating 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. Looks like both teams are still trying to figure out who's going to be out there. It looks like a 4-on-4 situation. Grizzlies have 1 4-on-4 goal scored this season, and they've allowed 1 4-on-4 goal this year. So Draw's going to be in the right circle. Fonts now will take. He's out there with Gallant and a couple defensemen. Cooper Jones out there. Jones gets the puck in the high slot after Utah won the faceoff. He'll fire it off the far corner. Grizzlies trying to get it back towards Jones. Pass goes wide of the mark. Now Gallant up top to Nilsson. Now back towards the left wing as Grizzlies now have the puck in the right point. Utah skates to the left side. Fonstad slides it his right for Nilsson. Nilsson trying to direct it towards Cooper Jones. He gets challenged on the play. As Matsushima, he gets tripped up. Looked like he was trying to buy a penalty there, and there was no purchase as the Bison will get control of the puck. Chong-Ming Lee back in his own zone. He'll slide it down to center ice right wing. Matsushima enters some momentum. He gets around the defense. He'll skate in. Shot saved by Duplessis. Rebound goes back to Matsushima, who loses his stick. Once again, trying to buy a penalty. And for the second time, there's no purchase. As the Bison back in their own zone, skating from left to right. As we're skating 4-on-4 for the next minutes. Bison around their net to the far side as the angle's a little bit too wide on this camera feed to figure out who's who at the time. Especially on the Bloomington roster, their numbers are kind of more of a gold than they are white. They don't really pop off the screen much. Brett Budgell's on the ice. He's got a point in 6 straight games as he picked up a first period assist. As the Bison, whose NHL affiliate is the New York Rangers, their AHL affiliate is the Hartford Wolfpack. They also have a working agreement with the Carolina Hurricanes. That's where Yaniv Peretz, the backup goaltender in last night's winner, came from. So the Bison can double dip a little bit with their NHL affiliation. Grizzlies have the puck. 27 seconds are left in the 4-on-4. As Utah skates from right to left here in the period, Dashke will drop it back for Shea as the Grizzlies hit the refresh button. As Dashke out to the center ice logo. Now he steps over the line, left wing. Shea will drop it back from Mastrodonato. He gets pushed into the left corner as he regains his balance. Grizzlies get it. Dashke moves it to the right wing. Grizzlies will drop it back for Shea, who gets it over to Dashke, who's now on the right side. Dashke skates over to the corner. Puck goes a little bit too far in front of him. Bison box him out along the end boards as Bloomington. So we're skating 5-on-5 again. Westcott and Nilsson will join the play as Cade Nilsson is at neutralized, but the puck goes to Westcott, who's at neutralized. He tried to dump it in as he was near Dashke. Now Cade Nilsson will bounce one towards Dashke, but in the way was Budgell. Grizzlies now over the line left wing as Hillebrand rolls along the wall. Berg over on the right side. He gets held up. 2-on-2 scrum over in the right corner as Messner's in that pile, as is Cade Nilsson. Puck goes back over. Right wing shot sticked away by Wilson as Bloomington out to center ice. Hot pass is angled to the left. It glanced off a Utah stick. Grizzlies trying to backhand it off towards Corbett. It hits off a Bloomington player deeper in the Grizzlies zone as Berg gets held up along the right wing wall. The puck kicks out to neutralize, and it's a loose puck. Bloomington gathers it at their blue line as we have about 6 minutes left in the second period. Bison lead 3-0. As the Bison have outshot the Grizzlies 14-10. Bloomington skates in, left wing, lefty shot, saved by Duplessis. Grizzlies get it and they clear it out. Looks like Utah's going to get called for icing as the whistle blows with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Unfortunately, boy, it's tough to spot the numbers here on the Bloomington side. As we mentioned, their numbers are kind of more of a gold than they are white. They don't really pop off a computer screen all that well. So draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone left circle. It's won by Bloomington. Hoffman will move it to his left. McCarthy back up top to Hoffman, who used to play with Rapid City. Across right side, righty shot, saved by Duplessis. And Vinny holds on. Sam Coda, number 11, we believe took that shot from the right side. It's his 4th game of the year. Coda, a longtime pro, is 34 years old. 5:39 left in the second period. Bison lead the Grizzlies 3-0. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Five minutes, 39 seconds left in the second period. Draws give me the Grizzlies zone as the Bison lead 3-0. So Utah will be looking for a comeback, but Bloomington has been a club that's protected leads pretty well. Bloomington's in their first year as a franchise, and they're really playing their best hockey of the season. They're 6-1-1 over their last 8 games, and coming into play tonight, over the last 8 games, they have outscored opponents 30-15. Now make it 33-15 with the 3 goals tonight Off the drop, Hoffman, right point. His shot's intentionally missed wide off the end boards just to get the puck in deeper into the offensive zone. Now back up top. Dancing around Barbashev. Maxime's his first name. He'll walk in. Lefty shot, and that one's blocked away as it was near Duplessis' stick side. As now it's the right wing. Righty shot into traffic. That deflects out of play off the protective netting as the whistle blows with 5:17 left in the second. Second intermission, we'll go over some other scores from around the league, in particular some Mountain Division scores. Tulsa leads 1-0 early in the second frame. Kansas City has a 5-1 lead over Rapid City. No score between Tahoe and Iowa. That game has 9 minutes left in the third period. Looks like a good Friday night crowd. A pretty similar size crowd, it appears, as to what they had last night, where they had just over 3,000. Grizzlies won the draw. Fonstad will slice it along the far wing boards. Lebster trying to run it down. Lebster's a +1 this season. Bloomington gets there 2 strides ahead of him. McCarthy in particular. Grizzlies fired off the near boards to Dashke in the left point. Across to Fonstad. One-timer misses wide. Gallant danced around behind Bloomington's net. He'll kick it over to the right corner. Now back in front of the net looking for Gallant. Pass goes wide of the mark as Gallant got spun around. Bloomington over the offensive line. Left circle. Big-time hit delivered by a Grizzly as they knocked Bloomington heels over tea kettle, or whatever that term is. Dashke out to the right. Grizzlies over the line. Cooper Jones will drop it right side. Righty shot. Saved by Wilson. Rebound goes to Bloomington. Long range feed connects. Bloomington's on breakaway. Skating in. Bykov will take a shot. Saved by Duplessis. Big time stop by Vinny to keep it a 3-0 game. As the Bison tried to keep it in, but it goes out to new tries. Bloomington's called for offside. There's 4:21 left in the second. This week, the Grizzlies had quite a few roster changes. Friday was the Grizzlies' debut for Cooper Jones, as well as Chad Hillebrand and Hunter Warner. We haven't seen Warner all that much tonight, or at least that we can see. He's wearing number 40. It's his second game in a Grizzlies uniform. Warner spent 5 seasons and 1 game of another year in the American Hockey League with the Iowa Wilds. Warner's a big guy at 6'4" and 223 pounds. And if there is ever a line brawl that gets started, you're hoping that Warner's on the ice to lead the way. Bloomington wins the draw. They try to dump it in. Grizzlies chip it back the other way. Grizzlies skate down the middle. Righty shot. Misses wide. That was Mastrodonado who had a grade A chance. Shea trying to spin it along the boards. Puck goes towards Hillebrand, who bounced it out in front looking for Mastrodonado. And Bloomington clears it towards the right point, but not out. Grizzlies off the end boards. Hillebrand feeds up top. Yoon to Dashke, high slot. Dashke fires lefty shot. It misses wide. It ricochets off the end boards, and it's the side of the net. Grizzlies off the screen. Will drop it looking for Andrew Nilsson. Nilsson loses the puck as he lost his stick as a Bloomington player goes spinning around. Now Nilsson puts a Bloomington player in a bear hug, and that's Lee. As Lee and Nilsson having some words for what it's not Lee, it's Bykov. As Nilsson and Bykov exchange some pushes and shoves, the 2 linesmen step in, and the linesmen are getting their money's worth as Fletcher looks like he's tying it up with a Grizzly player as there's 3:44 left in the second period. And my guess is that Andrew Nelson's going to get a penalty, and it is. It's not going to be on the rough after the play as much as Bykov trying to get around Nilsson as Bykov took the puck away from him, and Nilsson making sure Bykov didn't take off for an odd man rush. So it should be a Bloomington power play. Nilsson gets 2 minutes for hooking, and it looks like a roughing minor is also called on Nilsson. There might be one on Bykov as well. As the 2 captains, Eddie Matsushima for Bloomington and Mick Messner for the Grizzlies. And the captaincy certainly looks good on Mick Messner. Gianni Fairbrother started the year as the Grizzlies captain. He left for a team in Slovakia, and that was reported on by Elite Prospects earlier today. So it looks like a 2-minute penalty for Nielsen, and then matching roughing minors, we guess. That gives Bloomington a power play as there's 3:44 left in the second period. It's not the first time Messner's been a captain. As in the USHL in his junior hockey days, he was a captain of the Madison Capitals in the 2017-2018 season. Grizzlies looking to get on the board. The scorebug took the penalty away. Well, now they put 2 more minutes on it. Good gravy. Now it's a 4-minute penalty for Nilsson. So I guess they didn't give anything to Bykov, and they added 2 minutes for roughing for Nilsson. So it looks like 2 minor penalties for Andrew Nilsson, and Bloomington gets a 4-minute power play here late in the second period. I was optimistic when they took the Nilsson penalty off the scorebug, but they did just add 2 more minutes on there. So draw's going to be in the left wing. I think that's Lee taking the draw for Bloomington, one of their best forwards. Bison win the draw. Over to the left side, McCarthy tries to get around Mastrodonato. Dashke challenges McCarthy. Puck along the far wing. Taking it, it's Brian Hume. Now around Utah's net. Dashke trying to get it back towards Hume. And the whistle blows with 3:28 left in the second. So puck might have deflected out of play. As the Bison have outshot the Grizzlies 16-11. Utah did have a first period edge in the shot count. Bison have a strong lead in the shot count in the second period. It's the second of a 3-game series. Tomorrow afternoon will be a 2 o'clock start in the Mountain Time Zone. 2-minute penalty for Bloomington. As going to the box is Jared Westcott. We're not sure what he did. Dashke kind of spun around a little bit. Westcott and kind of got Dashke off balance. So it looks like we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. There's 3:28 left in the second. The second time in this second period we've had 4-on-4 time. Mastrodonato will win the draw. Yoon and Dashke have played a ton of minutes here tonight. Yoon tried to get it across to Dashke, and it's knifed away by Bloomington out to neutral ice. Dashke will backpedal deep into his own zone. Grizzlies want to enter with momentum. Dashke will drop it for Shea. He races to neutral ice down the middle. Now Shea shuffles to his left as he steps over the line. Shea drops it for Dashke, who pedals towards the near goal line. Now he'll backhand it up top. Yoon, left point. Over to Shea. He's in the left wing. Shea centers it out in front, looking for Mastrodonato. Pass goes wide. Mastrodonato, as he was challenged by a Bison skater. Puck back to neutral ice. Mastrodonato back in his own end. As there's 2:45 and counting left in the second. 1:15 left in the 4-on-4. Shea, ahead towards Dashke, who drops it from Mastrodonato back to Dashke. He gets it to Shea. Mastrodonato, left wing. Righty shot. Glove saved by Wilson. Late whistle now blows with 2:34 left in the second. Boy, Mastrodonato had a pretty good look from the left wing. Most of his goals have been scored from the right side this year, but Mastrodonato had an open look as Wilson appeared to make a great glove save. As Dashke got it to Shea down the middle over to Mastrodonato, and Wilson just casually snatched it about shoulder high on a good glove save. Looks like Brian Wilson's a pretty good pickup from the SBHL, where he was outstanding in 10 games earlier this season. Grizzlies make a change. Vaughn stands out there with Hillebrand. That's 2 forwards. Utah wins the draw. Hillebrand drops it for Cooper Jones, wearing number 43. Jones skates towards his right. Now he slides towards the right circle. So drop it off. Grizzlies trying to get around a Bison skater, but Bloomington poked the puck away. Bloomington crosses center ice. Now over the offensive line. Montgomery skates towards the near goal line. Corbett shadowing him like a hawk. Montgomery towards the left side. Corbett throws him along the glass, far side. As Corbett, now he gets hit in the right side. Taking it is Hillebrand. He'll race into the offensive zone. Hillebrand will muscle his way towards the right circle, fires towards the net, and that's poked away by Wilson. Hillebrand to Fonstad. He's in the right corner. Less than 2 minutes left in the period. As Fonstad will skate towards the high slot. Now he'll veer off to the left. Fonstad chips to the left circle as he was looking for Cooper Jones, but he couldn't extend the stick far enough as Bloomington clears it out to center. Fonstad over the line off his stick. Puck goes back to Bloomington. Less than 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and then Westcott will come out of the box after serving his minor penalty, and Bloomington will resume with a power play. Grizzlies get it at center ice. Dashke will jump around Boyer. Now Dashke moves to his right. Lefty shot. Saved by Wilson. Puck still alive. Bloomington moves it out to center ice. Running it down Hume, who will slice it all the way towards the left wing as he was looking for Cade Nilsson. Pass goes wide of the mark, but the Grizzlies are shorthanded. No icing as Dashke off his skate. About a minute left in the second period. Bloomington comes out with the puck. Bison moving out to the right side. McCarthy across the center ice logo down the middle. Steps over the offensive line. Grizzlies take it away, and Yoon clears it out. Grizzlies will get 2 fresh skaters on the ice. 50 seconds is left in the second. There will be a little bit of carryover, assuming Bloomington doesn't score in the final 45 seconds. Carryover will be 16 seconds in the third period. Lee over the line. Bloomington patient with their approach. Now McCarthy right side. He'll get it to the right circle as Lockhart will feed it to the right corner. Bloomington skates towards the right point. Gavin Gould dances around. He's just outside the right circle along the near wing wall. He'll feed it to the near goal line. Now back to Gould. He dances around, surveys, trying to throw it to the middle. Grizzlies tap it away as Utah runs it down. Shea diagonals it to the right side. Masher Donato skates in. He'll take a righty shot. Save. Rebound shot. Saved by Wilson again. Boy, Brian Wilson's been a brick wall. The whistle doesn't blow, so Wilson will drop it after he held on to about 2 or 3 seconds. And for the second time in 21 games, the Grizzlies will come away shorthand without a second period goal. Shot from the left wing at the buzzer, saved by Duplessis. And that will do it for 2 periods. Bloomington will have a power play for the first 16 seconds of the third period. Boy, Masher Donato had a great look along the right wing late in the second period. Wilson made the first save, then there was a rebound, and Wilson made the second save as well. Masher Donato with the first shot, Yoon with the second, and Brian Wilson made 2 big saves to keep it a 3-0 game. First stop by the Masher Donato shot, then Yoon came on a drive-by right side. Wilson made that save as well. It's Bloomington 3, Utah 0. We'll come back and recap the first 2 periods of play. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
After 2 periods, let's see, Bloomington Bison 3, Utah Grizzlies 0. Patrick Mykov scored the only first period goal. That was 1906 in. Budgel and Westcott with the assists. Bison are 10-0 when leading after 1 period. They're 12-1 when leading after 2. Grizzlies outshot the Bison 8-5 in the first period, but Bloomington led 1-0. 7:05 into the second period. It was a power play goal as Reed Lepster picked up a tripping minor 6:34 into the second, and it was Connor Lockhart scoring on a one-timer from the left circle, doing his best Alexander Ovechkin impersonation. As Lee was over in the slot, he fed it to Lockhart, who put it away from the left wing. Lockhart got his 8th goal of the season. Lee picked up his first of 2 assists on the night. He got his 20th assist of the season, and Case McCarthy picked up his 4th helper of the season. Less than 3 minutes later, Eddie Matsushima scored 9:49 in, with Gavin Gould and Chongming Lee picking up the assists. Lee now has 2 assists on the night and 21 on the season. Gavin Gould now has 7 assists on the year, and Eddie Matsushima picked up his team-leading 15th goal of the year. Bloomington outshot Utah 12-7 in the second period, and through 2 periods, the Bison have a 17-15 advantage in the shot count. Bloomington is 1 for 3 on the power play. Utah is 0 for 3. The Bison will be on the power play for the first 16 seconds of the third period. Among Utah's 15 shots, Mastrodonado and Shea each lead the way with 3. While Mastrodonado had a great look in the right wing, as he had all sorts of momentum in the final 30 seconds of the period. He took a shot, it bounced off of Wilson. Yoon had another good look from the right side on a rebound, and Wilson made that save as well. Those 2 biggest saves that Brian Wilson has made so far tonight. The Bloomington goaltender has saved all 15 shots he has seen through 2 periods. For the Grizzlies, Vinny Duplessis, he has saved 14 of 17. It's Vinny's first start of the 2025 calendar year. Duplessis' last game came on December 27th in a 6-3 loss to the Rapid City Rush. Attendance tonight over at Grossinger Motors Arena has been counted. 2,750 is the attendance over in the second of this 3-game series over at Grossinger Motors Arena in Bloomington. And we'll see if the Grizzlies have a third period comeback in them. Tonight, for only the second time in the last 21 games, the Grizzlies were held without a second period goal. But obviously the Grizzlies and their best looks in the second frame probably wore that 2-shot barrage, Mastrodonado and Yoon, very late in the second period, as they were denied both times by Brian Wilson. Other action in the league, late second period, Idaho and Tulsa are tied at 2. 14 minutes are left in regulation. Fort Wayne leads Maine 3-2. Former Grizzly defenseman Kyle Mayhew doesn't have any points tonight, but he's a +2 and has 3 shots on goal. Fort Wayne at home leads Maine 3-2 with 14 minutes left in regulation. Trois-Rivières shuts out Norfolk 3-0. A slew of penalty minutes towards the end of the game. Trois-Rivières ended the night with 47 penalty minutes, and Norfolk had 32. It was a 23-save shutout by former Newfoundland goaltender Luke Cavalin. He saved all 23 shots. Kansas City defeats Rapid City 5-1. Reading gets a 2-1 victory over Jacksonville. The Heritage Classic over at Wings Event Center appears to be a thriller. Toledo and Kalamazoo are tied at 3. There's less than half a minute left in overtime. Nobody has scored between Tahoe and Iowa. In overtime, Indy gets a 4-3 victory over Cincinnati. Cam Hausinger, Grizzlies fan favorite, scored the overtime game winner 2:05 in, with Weidman and Colin Billick getting the assists. So Indy comes away with a home victory. Florida leads Savannah 4-3 late in regulation. Kyle has 1 goal and 2 assists for Florida. Former Grizzly forward Kyle Betts has 1 assist. In overtime, Greenville and Atlanta are tied at 2. 2 games have gone final. Worcester defeats Wheeling 4-3. South Carolina over Orlando 5-2. When we come back, we'll check on those who are living the dream and go over the NHL slate on this Saturday night. Bloomington leads Utah 3-0 over at Grossinger Motors Arena. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Bloomington leads 3-0. We'll see if the Grizzlies have a third period comeback in them. Looks like third period action will begin in exactly 10 minutes from now. 4 minutes are left in the first period over at Delta Center, and Utah Hockey Club leads the St. Louis Blues 3-1. Clayton Keller scored a goal, but the first goal of the game was actually scored by Tyler Tucker for St. Louis. His second of the year, it was scored 2:05 in. Michael Kesselring Got Utah's first goal is by a defenseman in the 2025 calendar year. He scored on the power play, 6:06 in. Logan Cooley got his 26th assist of the year, and Clayton Keller picked up his 31st assist. That tied it up. The power play goal by Kesselring was scored 6:06 in. Nick Schmaltz got his 9th of the year, with Keller and John Marino getting his first assist in a Utah uniform. That was 8:25 into the first. And then Keller gets his 15th goal of the year, 10:31 in, with Logan Cooley getting his second assist of the night. Already the Grizzlies captain, who's a native of Missouri, if I remember right, he has 1 goal and 2 assists. And Utah leads St. Louis 3-1. The hockey club has outshot the Blues 14-4 through the first 16 minutes of regulation. The Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, came away with a 6-3 victory over the Dallas Stars. Arturi Lehkonen had 2 goals and 2 assists. Jonathan Drouin had 1 goal and 2 assists, and Kel McCarr added 2 goals as the Avalanche get the victory 6-3 over the Dallas Stars. Other finals in the National Hockey League, Flames beat the Jets 3-1, a rare loss for Winnipeg. It's interesting, the Jets outshot the Flames 39-22, but it's Calgary that comes away with the 3-1 victory. Capitals defeat the Penguins 4-1. No goals for Alex Ovechkin tonight. Brian Rust had the only goal for Pittsburgh. Pierre-Luc Dubois and Brendan Duhamy each had third period goals for the Capitals. Rangers in a shootout get a 1-0 victory over Columbus. Vincent Trocheck scored the shootout game winner. As the Rangers get the extra standing point, they defeat Columbus 1-0. Panthers got a 3-0 shutout victory over the Anaheim Ducks. It was Spencer Knight getting the shutout for Florida as he made 34 saves. As the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, they defeat the Ducks 3-0. John Gibson in the loss was outstanding. He saved 42 of 45. Actually, it was 42 of 44 that Gibson saved, as the third goal scored by the Panthers was on an empty net. Other finals, Senators get a 6-5 overtime victory over the Bruins. Boston led 5-3 before Ottawa scored 2 unanswered in the third period, and Tim Stützle scored the overtime game winner. Actually, it was a shootout game winner. That made the difference in the game. 6-5 in a shootout. Ottawa gets the victory over the Boston Bruins. Flyers over the Devils 3-1. Those are the final scores. Games in progress. We mentioned Utah late in the first period. They lead St. Louis 3-1. Toronto late in the third period. 5:43 left. Toronto leads Montreal 5-3. And what a wild game that appears to be, as the Maple Leafs trailed 3-0 after one period. Toronto scored 2 in the second period and 3 in the third. 5 unanswered by the Maple Leafs. They lead Montreal 5-3 on Hockey Night in Canada. 5:43 left in the third. Nylander, Robertson, and McMahon scored for Toronto, but 5 unanswered is part of the 5 unanswered, as the Maple Leafs got a shorthanded goal by Austin Matthews. 7:58 into the third period. Mitch Marner picked up his 49th assist of the season, as he's racking them up in bunches. Late in regulation, Tampa Bay defeats Detroit. That game just went final. Tampa Bay gets a 5-1 victory over the Detroit Red Wings. After 2 periods, Islanders lead the Sharks 3-1. And late second period, Chicago leads Vegas 4-3. Also late in the second period, Nashville has a 4-1 lead over the Minnesota Wild. Getting underway in about 20 minutes from now, Oilers are at the Canucks and the Kings are at the Seattle Kraken. When we come back, we'll go over some NFL playoff scores as Bloomington leads Utah 3-0, as we're about set for third period action on the other side. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West, or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
2 NFL playoff games today. In the AFC divisional round, the Kansas City Chiefs advance to the championship game of the AFC. They defeat Houston 23-14. Late first half, the Washington Commanders lead the Detroit Lions 31-21. That's a rematch of the 1991 NFC Championship game where Washington blew out Eric Kramer, Barry Sanders, and the Lions. It looks like Jared Goff has 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception for Detroit. Jalen Daniels has been outstanding. He has 2 touchdown passes. Jaden Daniels, who won the Heisman Trophy last season at LSU, and he's been unbelievable as a rookie. Robinson has a touchdown run for the Commanders. Terry McLaurin has a touchdown catch for Washington. Zach Ertz also has a touchdown catch for Washington. And the Commanders, late first half, they lead the Lions 31-21. When we come back, we'll have third period action as Bloomington leads Utah 3-0. We'll see if the Grizzlies can get something rolling offensively. Keaton Mastrodonato and Neil Shea each lead the way with 3 shots, and that's really no surprise considering that Shea averages 4.29 shots per game this season, and Mastrodonato averages just over 3 shots per game this season. The officials are on the ice, all 3 of them. Will Kelly is the referee. Will Anderson and Ryan Madsen are the linesmen. We'll see if the Grizzlies have a comeback in them. You've been listening to the second intermission report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
After tonight, the Grizzlies will have one more road game, and that's going to be Sunday afternoon. Face-off will be at 2 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone. Grizzlies return home for 6 straight games at Maverick Center. That starts on Friday night as they take on the Wichita Thunder. It's an AFCU Friday where tickets start at just $12 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverick Center box office. Grizzlies will also host Wichita on Saturday, January 25th, 1 week from now. And the Grizzlies will also host Wichita on Monday, January 27th. And with that, you can get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. Then the following week, the Idaho Steelheads will be in town for a 3-game series. Another AFCU Friday will be the series opener on January 31st. The Guns N' Hoses Extravaganza will be on Saturday, February 1st, with 3 charity games in the afternoon, leading up to the Grizzlies game at 7:10. And then Monday, February 3rd, will also be a 7:10 start. In that game, you can also get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. And don't forget, later, about 1 month from now, is the Grizzlies' first ever fishing night, where the Grizzlies will try to hook the Steelheads. That will be Saturday, February 15th. Get your tickets for every Grizzlies home game at UtahGrizzlies.com. Andrew Nelson's in the penalty box for the first 16 seconds of the third period. Grizzlies will start out the third with Keaton Mastrodonato, Neil Shea, along with Brian Hume, and Derek Dashke. Those four guys have played a ton of minutes of the 40 minutes, and we don't get to see just how many minutes everybody's logged, but I got to imagine those guys are already at around 20 minutes here tonight. Bloomington wins the draw. They skate from right to left in the third period. Grizzlies from left to right as we try to see the game on Flow Sports. Hopefully Flow Sports is back on for everybody who wants to tune in as the Bison gains center ice and Jake Murray dumps it in. As Nielsen's out of the box, successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. Utah over the line. Yoon drops it for Shea. He's in the right wing. He'll kick it towards the middle. Masher Donato, righty shot goes wide. Shea gets held up along the boards towards the far side. Bloomington will sky it deep into the Grizzlies zone. Utah runs it down. Grizzlies outlet it towards the Bloomington line. It glanced off the stick. Running it down is Bryce Montgomery. He's got a penalty in 2 straight games. He's a big 6'5", 230-pound defenseman. He'll slide it to his left, looking for Gavin Gould. Grizzlies skate back in. Fonstad, right side. Lefty shot, and that's sticked away by Brian Wilson, who's been perfect so far. Left side shot is blocked about 5 feet in front of Wilson. And the Bison will carry it out across center ice. 2-on-2. Bison over the line. Gould stops along the left wing wall, and he'll spin it around. Bloomington got their stick lifted. I believe that was Matsushima. Grizzlies come up with it. Utah crosses center ice. Now they step over the offensive line 3-on-3. Utah dumps it in. Lebster chases after it. A Bloomington player sidesteps him to avoid a check. Slot righty shot goes wide. As that was taken by, couldn't quite tell, might be Gallant. Left side, Grizzlies fire towards the net. And Wilson makes a kick save with his right pad. Right side, Cooper Jones trying to slide it ahead about 10 feet. It's picked off by Bloomington. Lee will tap it off a skate. Zach Hoffman gathers the puck in the former Rapid City Rush. And Utah outlier spins along the boards towards the far side. Grizzlies trying to pitchfork it out. It bounced off a Bison skater. Loose puck. Bloomington gets it in the left point. They'll feed it to the corner. As a Bison player lost his helmet, will have to skate off the ice. Grizzlies cross center ice, right wing. And Luke Manning will chip it in. First year pro out of St. Thomas. As the puck towards the far side, Manning did play in a few games for the Grizzlies at the end of last season. As the puck hit the opposite center ice, it's taken back by Bloomington, who skates down the middle. Bison right side, they center it. Righty shot saved by Duplessis. Grizzlies clear it all the way out. It looks like it's going to be icing on Utah as the whistle blows with 17:43 left in the third. For the Grizzlies, I got to say I've been impressed with the speed of Cooper Jones. Grizzlies do have some bigger defensemen in Andrew Nilsson and Hunter Warner. You know, Derek Dashke goes about 6'2". Cooper Jones does add a bit of an element of speed to the Grizzlies' blue line. Draws give me the left circle, and it's won by Bloomington. Grizzlies then get it, and they'll lift it out to center ice. Mick Messner at the Bloomington line. Pitchforks it ahead to Wood. He skates in right side. Righty shot goes wide. Grizzlies, somebody off the screen. Will pitch it towards Wood, who drops it back as the Grizzlies fire towards the net from the left wing. That's kicked away by Wilson. As the puck towards the far corner, 2-on-2 battle. Messner looks nearby. Wood slides it up top, right side. Andrew Nilsson fires towards the net, and it goes wide, stick side off of the end boards. Looking for one on Wilson. Grizzlies left corner dance around, now back up top. Now to Nilsson, right side, lefty shot just a bit outside. Grizzlies towards the left side as they dance around behind Wilson's net. Puck trickles towards the right corner. Briley Wood muscles his way towards the right point as he shields his body away from Bloomington and the puck. And now the puck ricochets out to center ice. Grizzlies reset. Corbett will loft it about 10 feet ahead. Grizzlies at neutral ice. McMessner will wrap it around the boards. Utah makes a full line change as we're 3.5 minutes into the third period. Bloomington crosses center ice. They'll step over the line with momentum. Bloomington leads 3-0 as they'll drop it off. Left point. Lefty shot is blocked by Armstrong. Grizzlies will skip it out to center ice. Dashke will slide it to his right. Grizzlies onside, skate horizontally, and dumping it in is Adam Berg. Berg wearing number 19. Berg gets the puck down the middle on a turnover. He'll push it out in front. Grizzlies skate in. Shot to score! Berg delivered the pass out in front, and the Grizzlies get on the board about 4 minutes into the third period. And it's Craig Armstrong getting his 5th of the year. Berg to Armstrong to the back of the net. As a turnover over in the slot, Berg got it. He backhanded it out in front to Armstrong, and Armstrong looked like he backhanded it into the back of the net. So Berg's going to get his 2nd assist this season. And for Craig Armstrong, it's goal number 5 on the campaign. So it's now a 3-1 game, as Adam Berg might get the only assist, as there was a turnover that Berg was able to connect on, and then his pass out in front to a cutting Craig Armstrong, who missed last night's game. And for Craig Armstrong, that's got to be a good feeling, as he now has 5 goals in his last 15 games, with this being the 15th game. So Utah with a little bit of momentum here early in the third period. It's now a 3-1 contest. Puck goes deep into the Grizzlies zone. Utah skating from left to right. Right side, Bloomington fires towards the net, and it goes over Duplessis and off the glass. It stays in play along the left wing. Matsushima will feed it to the corner. Dashke shields Bloomington from the puck. Now Matsushima moves it across. Puck goes back to Utah. Grizzlies cross center ice. Yoon over the line. He'll lunge the puck in deep off the end boards. Bison will chip it out to neutralize. Long range pass out to the left. Bison have a breakaway. Gavin Gould skates in, shot, and hits the post. The Iron Unkind. It's still a 3-1 game. Masha Donato over the line right side. It ricocheted off the boards. Grizzlies are called for offside, as there's 15:23 left in the third. Boy, a home run pass connected, and we couldn't see who it was until Gould was down the middle, as he had a breakaway, as he yells an expletive as he's skating towards the bench. As Gould wanting to see the video board to see if he sees a replay, as he just ricocheted the puck right off the post, as he had a grade A chance to kind of put some insurance and maybe put the game in the refrigerator. Neutral zone draw. Armstrong's goal was assisted by Adam Berg, who gets the only assist on Utah's first tally of the night. Bloomington ices the puck after winning a faceoff, as they're looking for somebody over on the near wing at the Utah line. Pass goes wide of the mark. Draw's going to come back towards Brian Wilson, who doesn't get a shutout tonight, as Armstrong was able to connect on a backhand attempt, glove side past Wilson. So Grizzlies with a little bit of spirit and momentum here early in the third. We do send our condolences to Grizzlies TikTok, as TikTok's now gone as of tomorrow, I guess. Off the draw, Lepster righty shot, and that's blocked. Bloomington crosses center ice, and they dump it in, as Nielsen skates back over there along with Jones. Now left side, Bloomington will bounce it off a skate. Puck goes towards the middle of the ice. Utah corrals it. Grizzlies, Lepster will move it to the left side. Grizzlies over the line. Gallant skated in before Fonstad did, and Fonstad had the puck, so Utah's offside with 14:53 left in the third. Yeah, Grizzlies TikTok is probably the best part of the organization if you think about it. In fact, Grizzlies TikTok is so popular that it sounded like Grizzlies TikTok had more followers, more likes than half the teams in the National Hockey League. What are we possibly going to do without TikTok? You can still follow the Grizzlies on Facebook, X, Instagram. They might still be on Snapchat, but no more TikTok, which really was the Grizzlies' bread and butter. Hopefully something will replace it in the near future, so the Grizzlies, their version of TikTok, can continue to dominate and shine. Bloomington has the puck deep in their own zone. Outlet pass out to center ice. Now somebody skates off the screen. Bloomington dumps it in as Boyer goes down. He's over on the left side as he gets pushed by a Grizzly. Taking the puck's Utah towards the left side as they look to get it to Briley Wood, who chases after it. Bloomington along the left wing. They'll push it back deep in the Grizzlies zone. And it looks like the Bison are called for icing with 14:12 left in the third. These long-range passes, when a camera doesn't move from left to right all that well, it's tough to spot where that pass is going, where the puck's going to end up. Is it going to be icing? Is it going to turn into a breakaway? It's anybody's guess. Grizzlies have Cade Nilsson on the ice. Burgess to his left. Armstrong to his right. Up top is Hunter Warner and Cody Corbett. So it looks like the Grizzlies switched up the defensive pairings here, as Warner has been paired up with Corbett here in the third period. Bloomington wins the draw. They skate from right to left. Long-range pass out to neutralize, glanced off a stick. Corbett pitches it ahead. Grizzlies will skate horizontally at center ice. Now on the right wing, Berg trying to dump it in. It's corralled by a Bloomington skater. Berg delivers a hit. Puck goes back to neutral ice. Nilsson will backhand it towards Warner as the Grizzlies get back at their blue line and restart the attack. Grizzlies step over the offensive line. Nielsen dumps it into the right corner. He chases after it. He'll knife it from one corner to the other as Berg backhands along the far wing wall. Now Utah fires towards the net, and it gets redirected out of play. 13:37 left in the third. Craig Armstrong gets Utah on the board as the Grizzlies connected on a Bloomington turnover. Armstrong's goal was scored 3:52 into the third period, with Adam Berg getting his second assist of the season. It's Bloomington 3, Utah 1. We're back in 1 minute on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. .13 minutes and 37 seconds are left in the third period. Greg Armstrong got Utah's first and only goal of the night as the Bison turned the puck over. Berg gathered it in the slot. He just kind of backhanded it in front about 20 feet towards Armstrong, who was in front of the net. Armstrong's backhand attempt went past Brian Wilson. As Utah's 1 goal on 17 shots tonight. Both teams have 2 shots here so far in the third period. Cade Nilsson, Adam Berg, and Derek Dashke, as well as Armstrong, those 4 players are a +1 for the Grizzlies. Drozgamy in the left circle. Mastrodonato will take it. He's got Hillebrand to his left and Shea to his right. Up top is Dashke and Yoon. Draw one by Bloomington as they'll tap it off the near glass. Puck hitting opposite center ice. Grizzlies reset. Utah slices a home run pass towards the left wing at center ice, and Utah dumps it in. Behind the net, Wilson will move it to his right. Mastrodonato trying on the forecheck, but Bloomington got the puck around him. Puck bounces to the right point, stays in the Bloomington zone. Shea around the net for Mastrodonato. He feeds up top to Dashke, across to Yoon. Right side, Yoon, toe drag, shot is blocked as Yoon knocked down a Bloomington skater, no penalty. Shea's shot from the left wing is blocked as it kicks towards the left corner. Shea rolls it along the boards towards the right corner. Bloomington will one-handed out to center ice. 1-on-3, Bloomington crosses center, and they chip it in. Skating off the ice is Sam Kodu, wears number 11. Grizzlies will bank it off the near boards. Puck directs to center ice down the middle. Utah skates in. Dashke will move it towards his left. Left wing, lefty shot misses wide. Taking it is Cooper Jones. Across to, we believe, Warner. And he'll slice it along the boards towards the right corner. Bloomington runs it down. Back to the right side. Jones challenges Bloomington skater, and that might be Westcott. Back to the right corner. Bloomington will pitch it ahead. Puck hit the opposite center ice. Regathered by the Grizzlies. Webster skates back into his own zone. He'll backhand it. The Grizzlies about 8 minutes into the third period. Long range pass towards the right side. Connects tape to Gallant, who skates around Bloomington's net towards the far side. As Gallant tried to chip it ahead about 5 feet in front of him towards Webster. Gallant gets double-teamed. He'll push it to the left corner for Fonstad. Fonstad tries to ricochet it back towards the right corner. Webster and Gallant battle with 2 Bison skaters. Bloomington's Berger, he'll push it to his right as the Bison will carry it across center ice. Bloomington over the offensive line. Lee's got 2 assists tonight. He'll push it to his right. Righty shot saved by Duplessis in the butterfly position. Now behind the net, Matsushima skates towards the right corner. He's got long hair. He'll feed it across. High slot. Stewart, righty shot. That gets redirected and out of play as the whistle blows with 11:23 left in the third. Drozgamy in the Grizzly zone as both teams hit the refresh button. Grizzlies will get Hunter Warner on the ice. He's paired up with Cody Corbett here in the third period. Grizzlies will have the forward line of Messner along with Manning and Wood. That's been the third forward line for the Grizzlies tonight. Messner will take the try. He hasn't missed a game in the regular season since joining the Grizzlies towards the end of the 2022-23 season after his college career ended. As the puck goes towards the high slot, Grizzlies knifing out the center ice, and Bloomington backhands it back in. Warner gathers it from Duplessis behind Utah's net as Warner dangles the puck back and forth. He's played just about 200 pro games here in North America. He'll slide it to his left to Briley Wood, who gains center ice, and he'll pitchfork it in as puck behind the net. Grizzlies to the right wing, get it up top. Warner in the right point in a white helmet tonight, white jersey, professional green trim, black numbers. We'll toss it off the end boards. The Bison try to get it out to center ice. Grizzlies pick it off. And dumping it back in is a left shot forward. That's Mick Messner, the captain, as a puck towards the left corner. We're about halfway through the third period as Messner pushes up top to Yoon. Yoon fires towards the net, and that's blocked as the puck trickles back to center ice. Warner will brush it back in. Bloomington chases after the loose puck they get in the left corner. Grizzlies make a change, and Bloomington will reshuffle the deck as well. As we're about halfway through the third period, 10-15 and counting. Bison lead 3-1, but Utah has the lone goal in the third period as Craig Armstrong connected on a turnover with Adam Berg getting an assist about 4 minutes into the third period. Long-range pass doesn't connect as it bounced off the near boards. Grizzlies with a home run pass of their own that goes wide of Cade Nelson. Now the Bison with a stretch pass into the Grizzlies' zone right wing as Budgel raised his hand. No call on the play. Gavin Gould, left corner, back to Budgel behind the net as Budgel gets pushed in the back by Dashke. Armstrong in the area. Yoon looking nearby as Duplessis looks over his left shoulder in his first start of the 2025 calendar year. As the scrum continues, Yoon holds his ground as he pushes Gould. Puck trickles towards the right corner. Bloomington will saucer it up top. Right point. Puck goes back behind the net. Gavin Gould wrap around looking for Bykov out in front. And it's snatched by Duplessis, who holds on with 9:21 left in the third. So we have a timeout on the ice. Bloomington leads Utah 3-1. Bison have outshot the Grizzlies 20-19. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
9 minutes and 21 seconds are left in regulation. Bloomington leads 3-1. It's great to see Adam Berg back on the ice this week, as he had missed about a month due to a lower body injury, and it was a little bit of a concern as to how long he was going to be out. He missed about a month's worth of action. Adam Berg's got pretty good speed, and he's been on that forward line with Cade Nelson and Craig Armstrong, adding a lot of energy to the Grizzlies unit this weekend. A lot of scratches tonight for the Grizzlies. Cameron Buell, Blake Wells, Dylan Fitz are out, as well as Aaron Aragon, Tyson Upper, and Braden Nicoletz, and defensemen Cade Jensen and Dylan Savankov are also out of the lineup. Bloomington looking for some insurance. They lose the puck in the Grizzlies zone. Utah will drag it out to center ice. Utah lumbers at center ice, dumping it in as Hillebrand, who's got good speed. He closed the gap as he ricochets his knee off the end boards deep in the Bison zone. Bloomington clears it all the way out towards Duplessis. He'll play it in front of his net, no icing. 9 minutes are left in the third period. Grizzlies are aggressive here, trying to climb back into this game. Cooper Jones gets to center ice, and he will loft it back in slowly. Montgomery hustles after it, and puck spins to the left side. Bison will trickle one across off the near wall as the Bison step over the line, skating from right to left here in the period, as Jake Murray fires on net and hits the side of it along the near side. Puck back to the right side. Grizzlies will move it out to center ice looking for Shea. Shea around the Grizzlies bench will skate towards his own blue line. He'll push it back as the Grizzlies want to enter with some momentum. As Jones along the near wall, as he gets challenged, he tried to nudge it towards Gallant, and Bloomington will dump it back in. Yoon around his net towards the near side. Now he'll skate north-south as Yoon down the middle across the center ice. He'll chip it to his left. Grizzlies over the attack line. They'll feed it across. Loose puck along the near boards is gathered by Gallant, who spins it up top. Dashke walks in. High slot. Lefty shot. Saved by Wilson. He holds on with 8:01 left in the third. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Looking to climb back into this one. Shots have been pretty close to even tonight. Utah did have a slight edge in the shot count in the first period. 9-5 was the count, but Bloomington led 1-0 after one as Patrick Bykov scored 19:06 in. Bison got second period goals from Connor Lockhart and Eddie Matsushima. Grizzlies got a third period goal from Craig Armstrong, 3:52 in, with Adam Berg getting the lone assist. Bloomington wins the draw. They're in their own zone as the Bison will tap it off the near wall. As Eddie Matsushima overskates the puck, he'll lay it for Gould, who spins around. He's got good speed. He's not very big. Trying to dump it in, but it bounced off a Grizzlies defenseman. Yoon out towards Gallant. Did he get a stick on it? He might have, as the puck's deep in the Bloomington zone. Bison hustle after it. As the puck spins, looking for Matsushima, it goes past him and all the way down as icing is on the Bison with 7:35 left in the third. So the Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Neil Shea leads Utah with 4 shots tonight. He led Utah with 8 shots last night. Keaton Mastrodonato has 3 shots, and a few other Grizzlies with 2 on the evening. Messner will take the draw. He's out there with Wood on his left and Manning to his right. Up top is Warner and Corbett. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Corbett skates towards the left corner. Now he stops as Corbett gets held up along his right arm. Bloomington took the puck away, and they clear it out to center ice and deep into the Grizzlies zone. Puck rolled on to Duplessis, no icing. Looked like icing might have been called had it not gone towards the crease. Grizzlies will right wing it out to center ice. Manning dumps it in. He chases after it. Getting there 2 strides ahead of him is a Bloomington defenseman. Manning continues his battle. Big time hit along the right wing boards taken by Cody Corbett on a Bloomington skater. Grizzlies back at their line, restart the attack. Grizzlies cross center. Bradley Wood, the 22-year-old, he gets it tapped away. As the puck stays in the Bloomington zone, Wood continues to hack away along the near side. Big scrum as Wood, over there, a Bloomington player lost his helmet. He has to come off. Jones gets it. He'll toss it to Wood, right side. Wood with a slap shot into traffic, and that one's blocked away. Puck slides all the way deep into the Grizzlies zone. Grizzlies will make a line change, so do the Bison. 6.5 minutes left in the third period. Grizzlies in control of the puck in their own zone, skating from left to right. Jones moves it across to Nilsson, who angles one to the right for Armstrong. Armstrong over the line, skates towards his left, towards the slot. He takes a lefty shot, and that goes high and wide off the glass and out of play. 6:18 left in the third. Grizzlies will have another offensive zone draw, as it looks like the Grizzlies are doing a good job putting the pressure on Bloomington for the second straight night. Just kind of tough that for 3 straight evenings, 3 straight games in this road trip over the last 4 evenings, Grizzlies have fallen behind 3-0 and have had to play catch-up in each of the 3 games. Utah lost 3-1 to Cincinnati on Wednesday night, and last night was also a 3-1 loss, this time to the Bloomington Bison in the first ever meeting between these clubs. Berg's kicked out of the circle. Cade Nilsson will take the drop. Face-off won by Bloomington in their own zone, skating from right to left. As McCarthy will move it out to center ice. Bloomington carries it in 2-on-2. Bison get knocked down on the right side. Good defensive play by, we believe, Mastrodonato. Taking the puck is Cooper Jones. He step over the offensive line as he avoids the check of Thomas Stewart. Puck in the right corner as Armstrong battles Berg with a couple Bison. In front of the net's Cade Nilsson as Armstrong trying to muscle his way free, but Bloomington will toss it off the stick of Cade Nilsson and out to center ice. The puck goes. Grizzlies will back it out into their own zone as Utah will hit the refresh button. 5:39 and counting left in the third as Utah gets 4 new skaters on the ice. Long-range pass towards the right side of the Bloomington line as Hildebrand gets held up. Puck goes back to center ice. Grizzlies will race into their own zone as they want to see if they can re-enter with a little bit of momentum. Grizzlies at center ice. Shea will chip it in. Wilson drops it up behind his net. Hildebrand delivers a hit behind Bloomington's net. Bison will drag it out to center ice, 3-on-2 if they want it. Bison moves it to the left wing. Now everybody's in the Grizzlies zone. As over towards the corner, Westcott cuts towards the net. Now to the left side, Bloomington skates in. Shot. They get knocked down by Hildebrand, who holds up a Bison player. Puck goes all the way deep in the Bloomington end. No icing as the puck rolled on towards Wilson. Grizzlies make a line change as there's 4:47 and counting left in the third. Bison get to center ice. They'll dump it in. Bloomington gets reinforcements. They get 5 fresh skaters on the ice. Home run pass towards the right side as Gallant gets spun around as he was trying to accept the puck. Now the puck goes back to neutral ice. Grizzlies Reed Lepster will drop it to his right as Lepster goes down. Corbett will dump it in. Bloomington gets the puck back. 4:20 and counting left in the third. Bison out to the right side as they get around two skaters entering the offensive zone. Grizzlies knife it back to center ice. As Utah back in their own end. This might be the type of night where we see Duplessis come off early for an extra attacker. Down by 2. Grizzlies have some momentum offensively. Bison get to center ice as Fletcher gets knocked down. Losing his helmets, Reed Lepster will skate directly to the bench. As the Grizzlies, with less than 4 minutes left, are looking for a comeback attempt. Dashke with a no-look pass to the right side, looking for Fonstad, who races deep to negate the icing. Fonstad, as he got held down, feeds to the right wing. Grizzlies in the offensive zone as Wood stops on the point. He'll throw it to Fonstad, who's still being occupied as the puck spins along the boards towards the left corner. And the puck gets pitchforked out to neutralize. Grizzlies tag up. Yoon re-enters from the right wing. Will skate towards the corner. Stops, reverses his field as he gets pushed along the near wall. As there's 3:25 left in the third. As Yoon gets pushed in the back. Grizzlies hold their ground. As the puck trickles towards the point. Wood continues his battle. As he gets his stick lifted. Bloomington comes out with it. Bison cross center ice. And they'll backhand it deep into the Grizzly zone after gaining center ice. Duplessis still in there. 3:03 and counting left in the third. Grizzlies move it to the near side. Taking us Cooper Jones. It races across the center red line. He'll dump it in. As puck goes towards the right corner, Montgomery will kick it back across around Bloomington's net to the far side. As the Bison will slide it out to center ice left wing. And Bloomington will chip it in. Duplessis still in there. As over to the corner, Westcott gets it taken away. Utah behind the net. Will hit the side of the net with the puck. Grizzlies will bounce it out to center ice. Lepster's trying to corral it, but the puck ends up deflecting. The whistle blows with 2:31 left in the third. So we're not sure where the draw is going to be. Looked like the puck was at neutral ice when both teams stopped. There's a timeout on the ice. We'll find out how this one ends on the other side. The Bison lead the Grizzlies 3-1. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Draws at neutral ice with 2:31 left in the third period. McMessner will take the draw. Shea and Mastrodonato are on the ice. Grizzlies need a comeback here. Bloomington wins the draw, and they'll throw it in. Duplessis is still in there. He plays it behind his net. When the Grizzlies enter the offensive zone, Duplessis probably will come off for the extra attacker. Mastrodonato, left corner, he gets rammed into by Boyer. Grizzlies around the net on a back check, but Utah, they get it taken away. Bloomington right side, diving to try to intercept the centering pass was Dashke. Puck goes back to Matsushima. Around to the left point. Now chip it back to the spot he vacated. Behind the net, Gavin Gould. He's in the right wing. Dangles back and forth. He tried to center it. It's picked off by Utah. Grizzlies carried across center ice 2-on-2. Utah will move it to the right side for Shea along the boards. Shea finds a cutter out in front. Lefty shot is blocked. We believe Utah's net is empty. 1:43 is left in the third. Utah feeds to the right corner. Manning, or make that Fonstad over to Shea. Shea up top for Mastrodonato. He'll move it to his left. High slot. Grizzlies get it back to the right wing for Shea in the circle. Back to Mastrodonato. One-timer. And he missed the net stick side on Wilson. Grizzlies get it on the left side. Up top. Dashke over to Mastrodonato. Right point. He'll move it to his right corner. Mastrodonato will get it to Dashke, who dangles. Now back towards Shea. One-timer. And that goes wide. Wilson loses his balance. He gets back to his feet. Mastrodonado keeps it in. He'll skip it towards the net. Puck goes wide. Wilson once again loses his balance. Grizzlies throw it to the high slot. Lefty shot is blocked away. 1 minute left. It's 3-1 as Bloomington's in the lead. Fonstad around the net towards the right side. He gets it taken away. Bloomington throws it out of the zone. A Grizzly player dove to try to keep it in, and that was Mastrodonado, but the puck got overpowered out to neutral ice. Grizzlies skate back in. Shea towards the right circle, now to the near goal line. Backhands it out in front. Wilson with a stop. Now slot. Righty shot goes wide. That was taken by Mastrodonado. 35 seconds left. Bloomington gets a basketball pick, and they're able to carry it out to center ice. Empty net. Matsushima moves to his right, and the Bison skate in. Shot and a score as Brett Budgell gets his 11th of the year. And this baby's in the refrigerator as it's now a 4-1 Bison lead. As Matsushima skated down the middle, it was a 2-on-1. He had Mastrodonado diving in front of him. So Matsushima moved it to his right. Budgell got it. And Brett Budgell now has 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. Budgell has a 6-game point scoring streak, and he's been one of Bloomington's best forwards here this season. If the game is decided by 3 goals as it is right now, the Bison came into play tonight 6-0 in games decided by 3 goals. 20 seconds left. Grizzlies cross center ice, and that's a 4-1 Bison lead. Grizzlies left wing, lefty shot is blocked away by Wilson. 12 seconds are left. Jones, right side, fires into traffic. Save, rebound. Berg, as he's falling down, takes a lefty shot. Wilson makes the stop. 6 seconds are left in regulation. Grizzlies have outshot the Bison 23-22. But it looks like it's going to be a Bloomington victory tonight. Boy, Grizzlies put together a pretty good rally to try to find a way to climb back into the game, but obviously for the 3rd straight game to be down 3-0, with about a period left to go, it's tough to always play catch-up like that. Off the draw, 2 seconds left. Grizzlies get it up top, and time runs out. That will do it as the Bison are now 7-0 in games decided by 3 goals. As they serenade, the Bison do, and they congratulate Brian Wilson, who goes to 2-0 on the season. He saved 22 of 23. The only goal scored by the Grizzlies was converting on a turnover, with Armstrong getting his 5th of the year and Adam Berg picking up his 2nd assist. Bison get the victory 4-1. They've taken each of the first 2 games of this series. Bloomington is now 7-1-1 over their last 9 games. And over that 9-game stretch, they have outscored opponents 34-16. As for the Grizzlies, they've now lost 3 in a row. Utah's record falls to 11-21-3 on the season. We'll come back and tell you who the 3 stars of the game are, and we'll also recap this one as Bloomington comes away with the victory. They win 4-1. They have outscored the Grizzlies 7-2 through the first 2 games of this series. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
It's a 4-1 Bloomington victory. Let's see if they'll show us the 3 stars of the game on Flow Sports. Grizzlies ended up outshooting the Bison 23-22. The 3rd star of the game with 2 assists, Chongmin Lee. He had the game-winning goal last night. Lee has 8 goals and 21 assists this season. He tossed the T-shirt into the stands. Lee applauds the fans that showed up tonight, all 2,750 of them. They sure love their team over in Bloomington. 2nd star is Eddie Matsushima. He had 1 goal and 1 assist. He was a +2 and had 4 shots. Matsushima's been a great leader for the Bloomington Bison this season. He was probably Tulsa's best player over the last 2 years. And he underhands the T-shirt into row 2 as Matsushima waves at the fans. Once again, all 2,750 of them. Hockey's really taken off over in the state of Illinois. He's the second star. My guess is the first star is either Brett Budgel or the goaltender, and it is the goaltender Brian Wilson. It's the second straight night where a goaltender has been named the number one star of the game. It was Yanniv Peretz last night, the second-year pro out of Quinnipiac University. He saved 28 of 29. And tonight, Brian Wilson saved 22 of 23. He is now 2-0 on the season as the Bison defeat the Grizzlies 4-1. I thought Utah played pretty well in the first period, maybe the first 18 minutes or so. The Grizzlies really controlled the game, controlled the pace of the game. But Bloomington was able to find the back of the net in the final minute of the first period as Patrick Bykov scored his fourth of the year with Brett Budgel and Jared Westcott getting the assists. Grizzlies outshot the Bison 8-5 in the first period, but it was Bloomington that led 1-0. Bison extended the lead to 2-0 as Connor Lockhart scored a power play goal with Lee and McCarthy getting the assists. That turned out to be the game winner. Connor Lockhart, 7:05 into the second period. That gave Bloomington a 2-0 lead. Eddie Matsushima extended the Bison lead as he scored his 15th of the year. Gavin Gould and Chong-Ming Lee with the assists. So Lee had an assist in each of Bloomington's second period goals. For only the second time in the last 21 games, the Grizzlies were held without a second period goal, although Wilson made a couple outstanding saves, first by Masha Donato from the right wing. Puck bounced off of Wilson. Yoon had a good look, and Wilson made that save as well as he denied the Grizzlies on a two-shot barrage in the final minute of the second period. Bison led 3-0 after two periods. The season, Bloomington is now 13-1 when leading after two periods, and they're 11-0 when leading after one. Grizzlies got on the board 3:52 into the third as the Bison turned the puck over in the slot in their own zone. Berg just kind of backhanded it in front as it skipped about 20 feet to Armstrong, and once Armstrong got the puck, he was about 5 feet in front of the crease, and he fired a backhand shot past Wilson, as Craig Armstrong now has 5 goals in his last 15 games, and Adam Berg now has 2 assists on the season. That was Utah's lone goal that was scored 3:52 into the third period. Bloomington scored on an empty net, 19:34 in, as Brett Budgel picked up his 11th of the year. Budgel ended the night with 1 goal and 1 assist. Matsushima and Bryce Montgomery picked up the assists. Brian Wilson's the number one star. He saved 22 of 23 in net. For the Grizzlies, Vinny Duplessis saved 18 of 21. His last goal was scored on an empty net with less than half a minute left in the third period. Grizzlies were 0 for 3 on the power play. Bloomington was 1 for 3. So we'll see if the Grizzlies can find a way to get in the win column tomorrow afternoon and salvage the fourth game of the road trip. Couple NHL games of interest. The Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, picked up a 6-3 victory. Arturi Lehkonen had 2 goals and 2 assists. 2 goals were scored by Kel McCarr, and the Avalanche cruised to a 6-3 victory. Halfway through the second period, the Utah Hockey Club leads St. Louis 4-2. Utah had a 3-1 lead at one point in the game. Jake Neighbors scored an early second period power play goal for St. Louis. That made it a 3-2 contest. Logan Cooley just scored his 14th of the year, 10:42 into the second. Clayton Keller and Juuso Välimäki picked up the assist. And how about the night Clayton Keller's having, as he has 1 goal and 3 assists for the Utah Hockey Club. Utah's outshot St. Louis 24-10, and that game has 8 minutes left in the second period. It's Utah 4, St. Louis 2. In the NFL playoffs, it looks like the Commanders and Lions are off to an exciting game. There's a minute and a half left in the third quarter. Washington leads Detroit 31-28. Earlier today, Kansas City defeated Houston 23-14 to advance to the AFC Championship game, where they will face either the Baltimore Ravens or the Buffalo Bills. Well, that'll wrap things up as we're hanging out in the Grizz Cave just outside the Grizzlies team store. Grizzlies, for the third straight night, or the third straight game, third game in 4 days for Utah, they were held with just 1 goal. Utah has scored 45 goals over their last 12 games. Utah just has 3 goals over their last 3 games as Derek Daschke scored Utah's lone goal in a 3-1 loss to Cincinnati on Wednesday night. Last night it was a 3-1 score with Keaton Mastrodonato getting Utah's lone goal. Tonight it was Craig Armstrong finding the back of the net for the 5th time this season. That was 3:52 into the 3rd period. But it turned out to be Utah's lone goal as the Bison come away with a 4-1 victory. Here through 3 games of the road trip, Grizzlies have been outscored 10-3. Well, hopefully tomorrow will bring a little bit more luck to the Grizzlies as they try to salvage the 3rd game of the series. We'll probably have the same goaltending matchup as we had last night with Jake Barczewski getting the start for the Grizzlies. And it'll probably be the Quinnipiac product, second-year pro Yaniv Peretz getting the start for the Bison. So hopefully the Grizzlies can find a way tomorrow afternoon. Coverage begins at 1:45 with the face-off just after 2 p.m. here in the Mountain Time Zone. Once again, in 2 hours and 25 minutes, in front of a crowd of 2,750, the Bloomington Bison come away with a 4-1 victory over the Grizzlies. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and not necessarily the final outcome. We tried to do the best we could with this remote feed. Unfortunately, some of the details were missing from time to time. It was tough for whatever reason live to spot the Bloomington jerseys. We're just trying to have some fun, and after all, we're just here pursuing our dream. Our dream is to someday hopefully get to the National Hockey League. You know, it seems like that old Gatorade commercial, you know, I want to be like Mike. Well, I want to be like Mike. I want to be like Mike Folta and get to the NHL hopefully sometime in the near future. Tonight it was the Bison that come away with a 4-1 victory over the Grizzlies. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. We'll talk tomorrow afternoon. 1:45's when the coverage will start. 2:05 will be the time for face-off as the Grizzlies will look to salvage the 3rd game of the series. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.